Yeah, I guess that does make perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
We ready?
I believe. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Salty.
I know you guys are
Doing salty.
You guys are right to be pretty salty at this moment.
Yeah.
How long has it been?
Like almost a
It's
month.
been like a month.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Does anyone feel like
Actually,
giving a
has it been a
recap?
month?
Probably been.
Oh, we did the festival. So there was the
Yeah, that was great.
the big old
All the possible
wicker
leaders
ball
of the town are dead.
got let into the place.
Yeah, we don't really need a narrative. Yeah, just like the
Potentially,
salient facts at this moment.
Yeah, Fenris wanders off forever.
Yeah.
As does Forrest.
Who knows where he is?
Most mysterious.
I think they both just like deep sigh and then walk out forever.
Yeah, unknown.
Shurkazar will try and recruit them.
Yeah. Strahd appeared out of invisibility. Someone lit the giant wicker ball on fire. There was witches flying around in the air being battled by were-ravens also flying around in the air.
I got a
One of the witches got shot down, and Sentia acquired a broom. Van Richten revealed himself and went to go to try to combat Strahd very ineffectively, getting himself kidnapped.
Maybe dead.
Yeah, probably super dead.
It was more about helping you guys.
Yeah, Tyr got almost dead.
So
Someone else got almost dead. And then,
The new person that showed us got almost dead.
Yeah,
Senchka Machka.
and then we started to run away.
You went behind the wicker ball. He's like, oh, okay.
That's
Just
pretty
fall
good.
in
The
right.
Burgermaster, is he dead?
Yeah, he's super dead.
Oh,
He's also super dead.
Burgermaster,
How did
Lady
he die?
Doctor.
A lot of crossbow bolts.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah, dude, all the possible
so-
leaders of the
yeah, 'cause
town are dead.
there was like some rebel force.
Other than
Khazar's
potentially
forces,
Khazar.
right?
Yeah, that was part
We
of
have
it.
no idea what Khazar is.
Khazar's not about the ruins.
No, we have no idea.
This group
Yes.
of people who all had like silver hammers and crossbows. showed up.
Yes, essentially, Lady Walker and her forces attempted to take the town. There was
Lady
a
walked on accident.
what's
Not
that?
on accident.
I mean, you.
Blasted her in one shot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You did exactly her
Was
help.
that a sneak attack arrow?
Yeah.
It was,
To the face.
Yeah.
and like as DM, I had the option to give him
didn't it go
death
through
saving
it?
throws, but
Uh,
no, we didn't.
There's also more detail. Malaki's on fire.
Yes, Blocky is on
Malaki
fire.
is also.
Oh, you know what? I actually,
Well, a building.
Velaki is burned.
I don't know how much it's coming to
If
play.
it's red or not, we'll see.
Do you have like campfire noises for Velaki?
Yule log.
Yule log.
No,
Yule
I
log parentheses roasting flesh version.
have something for this coming part. I'm gonna go ahead and put a picture in the group chat of Velaki being on fire because I erased that. Don't know if it's gonna come into play, but I forgot to send it to you guys. There you go. And just to get us back in the mood real quick as we, before we continue, kind of what are you guys thinking at this moment?
In or out of character?
In character. This is your option to bridge yourself
Nothing
into your
works.
character.
Nothing works. We need to fucking upgrade our firepower. Fuck. He's unkillable.
I have no idea what's happening.
I wish he would put me down.
I'm in that like very brief moment between like right when you're trying to decide whether to run or to fight because I see Claudio about to get killed basically.
Yeah.
And
So
probably wouldn't have been
those.
getting killed if it weren't for us.
I should help my friends and go with them, but I should also try to help that Fabio guy and not get taken by Strahd.
Definitely get out, recuperate, try again.
Awesome. Okay. And are we recording yet? We are.
Huh?
We are recording. Okay, very nice. We can get to it then. Yeah, sounds about right. You guys have essentially escaped the main town square, which, all things considered, is probably a good idea, considering that there's still many people shooting, crossbows into the square, and they don't seem to be your friends. It's definitely obvious that you guys are torn on what you guys are going to do. You essentially run into the main intersection in the town square before perhaps any of you begin to trail off. You guys would have, after seeing Strahd and Van Richten disappear behind the building, as you're entering this area. You guys might have around 10 seconds or so to do anything. If you have any kind of actions you want to do, you get a chance to do one or two of those.
Wait, I'm casting invisibility on myself.
Is this on the way out of the
Out of the town square
out of the town square?
as you're entering the main intersection.
Are we like a cohesive group right now?
More or less. You had seen, because Tyr had fallen to Strahd, but it seemed like he was able to recover himself pretty quickly.
Okay.
He was probably the last, like, in the group of you guys, and I think you were a bit ahead of him. So.
Barton picked me up
Yes.
off the ground.
Yeah. So you had gotten up and then.
So we're essentially in the
some
rear. We're probably in the rear of the group, just like trying to catch up.
If it looks like the group is trying to be sneaky, I will cast Pass Without a Trace, but if that's not the case, then I'll just be running alongside.
Okay. Because it does look like you're entering a little bit of an open area, at least in this part.
Yeah.
I just vanished.
So,
As we like kind of group up and like we're kind of together, and Strahd like went away behind the building, and I'm bringing like Tyr like kind of like catching up, and we're like,
I would take that.
I don't know who you are or who you are, but you seem to be helping. And I look at Mike, Tyr, because it's my only and lip, only recognizable faces. Saying, the person Strahd took, bring me back. We can't just leave him.
That thing's a fucking killing machine. There's no way we can take it down.
We have to somehow get him back. If he takes Strahd, you saw what he did with our friend.
Do you take any actions? If you wanted to dump any healing, that would be the time.
I'm gonna. I'll.
And needless to say, there's still chaos in the town around you and the sky.
I'm
Make no mistake, there are people running through the streets, away behind buildings.
I'm gonna dump 3d6 of healing into Tyr's limp body.
Thank you.
Yeah, you see the
Bleeding.
globes of light come out of my face.
Nice.
That's 10 HP for you.
Thanks, friend.
For the record, I am bloody.
I am bloody.
What else hit you other than the fireball?
I don't remember, but I'm bloody.
Damn. Like, I only remember the fireball.
which was a lot of damage, and
you
almost
pass the
none of
save?
us passed the save.
Oh, I thought he passed the
No, I
save.
didn't pass it.
Oh, gotcha.
With
To Farden,
I thought
I'll
one of us
say,
passed the save.
Farden, if we go back there, we are
You.
dead, and we ruin everything that
No,
Rictavio
no, I had
had
no
planned.
balance.
Yeah.
We have to get to the tower. If there's any chance of him surviving, that's where he will find us. If Boris and Fenris escape, they'll be going to the tower. We need to get there.
Well, absorb elements.
and I look at you, I give you a very pointed look. I said,
No, it was only
If you
I
say
took
you will
half damage.
die.
That's why I was able to block.
flee while we have the
There's no
chance.
way we can save him.
And then the half.
There's no way we can save him.
At this point, you all see motion from behind you, back where you had seen Strahd and Rictavio. What you see is a figure covered in blood. Appears to have blood, pouring from their neck. A very familiar figure. Rictavio is stumbling out from behind the building, and through a bloody mouth, what he says is, "You underestimate me, adventurers." And then, what you also see, Farden, trailing behind you was Irina, but she
Wait, Irina was, yeah.
she's also stopped in her tracks. She's staring the 30 to 40 feet that it is between her and Rictavio right now, behind you. She's looking at the group and she says, "No, I'm not worth this. He wants me." And she turns around, her hair whipping behind her, staring down as also emerging from behind this building. Appearing pristine and noble, lacking the blood that had covered his mouth when he had torn into Rudolf van Richten's throat. Strahd Zarvich, looking proud and pristine and noble, he begins to take slow steps, and you watch as with each step, he begins to float into the air.
Is he heading towards Van Richten?
He's almost going up, to where he's looking down on all of you, maybe 20 feet in the air, and he says, Make no mistake, Dawn Fox. We need to have a conversation. We're gonna roll initiative here.
I'm hiding for sure.
Right, I went. I straight up just nope. I'm invisible.
Costs no action to give a weary sigh.
Let me die.
I'll add some buildings to the map here.
Question: Has it, since we started the last combat into now, has it been?
We'll say no. If you had something
I
going,
had sacred weapons, so
keep going. It's fine. We go brown.
so it's probably right. It's around the end of
If
this.
you go 3 rounds in
Dang.
combat, you have 5 or 4 rounds. I think half the round went down. Yeah, that first season. Is that about 10 seconds?
Yeah, probably 2 or 3 rounds. Or,
Yeah.
I would do
I figured you probably went 2 or 3 rounds.
What if fighters get a 7?
Know your enemy. Are you Battlemaster? No. Champion.
What is
That's like the athletics one or whatever, isn't it?
At what level?
Is
seven?
it?
Remarkable enemy.
You get
Yeah.
something.
I want to say yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
else.
And know your enemy isn't just Battlemaster, is it? Or is that
No, you're in the down. It's got
Fire, you get.
There are other things with other abilities that are similar but give you different information.
You can add half your
Well,
proficiency.
like
Yeah, half your proficiency bonus to any strength dex or con check you make that doesn't already use your proficiency bonus.
That's
Okay.
So basically, any ability that strength dex or con that you don't have proficiency in, you
Blue
have
water?
half the proficiency.
it's gonna be way over there.
In addition, in addition, when you make a running long jump, the distance you can cover increases by the number of feet equal to your strength bonus.
When did I see
The front has
My
pages.
stealth roll is 22.
So hiding was on the things that will get 22.
Yeah, it was basically like if other people were gonna try and hide, I was gonna pass without trace, but otherwise I was just hiding myself.
Yeah. So you know,
Yeah, I'm not hiding.
yeah. Essentially, as you guys were having this discussion, you saw the 2 people that have just showed up just kind of vanish again. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get some initiative. You said 10.
14.
11.
What was your character's name again?
Anko.
Pardon?
15.
There you go.
Roll pretty good.
My
18.
and here.
21.
Oh, damn.
A +4 initiative.
Snitch strikes again. I also have +4, but I only have 14.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
17.
And did you want to place yourselves on the map approximately where you would be?
Where were we coming from?
We'll go ahead and say that that was the building that came out from behind.
So we were coming from this way.
So you were coming from this way,
We were coming
the
from this way.
southeast.
Are we like in here? In
That's
this
not
area?
Yeah.
So I would have been behind because it
Where's
was-
Strahd?
They're going to be coming out
From over here.
Would I have been able to move like 5 or 10 feet in the duration
Oh, you want
of the
to
action? We
yourself
had
in
time.
this
I
area.
Yeah.
cast invisibility and then I moved
Yeah.
away from the crowd.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, good.
Are you using that invisibility to hide?
Sorry, I'm not using a
I
picture
casted it on myself. I
You
didn't get a
can
chance to
have
take the
one.
hide action.
No, it's just
Yeah,
easier
you
for
can
my
do that.
eyes to remember where I am.
Then I'm gonna go over here
Invisibility, hide.
and hide.
Color and shape easier than cut up.
It's not very good. It's only an 8, but I'm in. Oh, I'm in. That's much better. That's a
You
23.
have advantage?
Yeah, I'm
For
invisible.
being
That doesn't give you advantage. It lets you make the check. Well, if you're in a place, I would say if you're in a place where you would be able to hide anyway, you would.
Well, that's why I moved myself to the corner.
Around-
Around. If
yeah,
I'm
good.
hiding, then
Yeah.
I moved. So that's a 23 then.
Go for it. 23?
Yeah. 17. 6. You beat me.
Where'd you use that?
And you're still.
This is for the elevation.
Gotcha.
Actually, no, it doesn't need to be. Would anyone like to pick a representation for Strahd? Darth Vader, yes. Perfect.
Oh yeah, except it has so much trouble standing up that it was pretty perfect.
To have the right.
I love it. Hey guys, what's the difference between Darth Vader and Strahd Zarovich?
Darth Vader has a sense of humor.
You will be the first to.
Unlike some.
What about Irina? What's her?
Yes.
And Ben.
Their replacement? Yeah. I don't know what dice I want. So, we have a...
I have metallic dice that we can use for NPCs.
Or take some color.
I also have a lot of extra dice in general.
They're colored differently as you turn them.
Always.
The for cleric.
The big D6.
For,
Something too.
for cleric.
You can always be
And 6 for Irina.
I probably would have noticed if she was really far from
She's
me.
not really far from the
Okay.
through this out, so she's here.
Okay.
And we'll say
She's only 15 people.
If she was back there, I probably would have been
That's fairly
running
far.
like near them.
Well, we were trailing behind. Like we were like from what I remember, you guys were ahead of us.
Yeah, but the
First we
three
passed.
of them.
Oh, were you also with us?
I can't remember if I was better.
Would have ran. And once we left, you're faster than us by the
Yeah,
long shot,
right.
right? Like,
Like
I think I would have tried to keep up with her and make sure she wasn't like the last person. Maybe you would prefer that spot. I don't know.
Where's Van Richten?
it's all right. I mean,
That's
I'll stay on like right here. Like I would have probably
Is this?
okay. Like none.
so you only went 20 feet up, yeah?
he's 20 feet up.
I'm perfectly fine being behind the buildings.
Okay, I've got everyone's initiative. We're gonna go ahead and begin. I'm very sorry. Strahd
Jesus.
who rolled a natural 20 on one.
No
Okay,
way. Get
yeah.
out of here.
I was discussing this before. I said that Strahd's good rolls cannot last forever.
Pencil.
Vampires generally last
They won't, but it did this time. So,
forever this time.
so and basically what Irina also yelled is take me instead. That's kind of the offer that she gives to Strahd. So he looks down at her, and just a slow, almost contented smile appears on his face. Maybe the first time you guys have seen. He says, "Now you're beginning to understand my love.
Somebody get the necklace.
You know that this is not a safe place for you." He says, "Come to me. And for the rest of you, I don't know what you think gives you the right to demand that I wait on your presence, but I can tell that you're skittish, so I'll make you get something. If you attend to the invitation that I have offered you at the time that you have proposed, I will guarantee your safe passage."
Safe passage to the jaws of death is still not that safe of passage.
And return.
I'd like to make an insight check to
Is
see
he crossing his fingers?
You can all make an insight check.
I'm so good at those.
23.
8. 2. I think he's telling the truth.
Just like
Seems
peeking.
totally legit.
What's invisible and I'm now just peeking around the corner listening, basically.
So, we'll see if this is safe to lead us this way. Here's the current state of our negotiation. Irina and Strahd have agreed to trade, her for him, and he's made you this offer. What was your insights again?
2.
4.
Not high.
23.
23.
23.
Just
Oh,
20. Yeah. There seems to be like a seriousness behind his tone right now. A sort of assumed respect, as if he wouldn't be saying this if he didn't. Yes. How dare you? And that's his turn. Here.
Oh boy.
And I'll say this too, maybe to accept this proposal would be one of you on your turn.
I'm going to hold an action conditional on Irina getting any closer to Strahd.
Okay. And what would you be doing?
I would kind of just like to move toward her and actually restrain her if she goes any further.
Okay. So go ahead. You can just walk up to her. Just place yourself next to her.
Okay.
And then yeah, you can say if she tries to leave, then you'll try and grab this.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Strahd will I guess that's him. He's gonna actually no, he's fine. He's gonna stay right where he is. Mike.
Gonna turn around to look at Tyr, and I'm gonna kind of like nod my head at him and go up to Irina and put my hand on her shoulder and I'm gonna say, "What you do is very noble, but do you understand what it means? If this is truly what you want, I'm not one to stop you."
Okay. I'll wait for a response for her turn.
More than twice.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. If that's what you're taking your turn doing now. Most of my
Yes. Yes, 22.
22. I will keep that in mind. Okay. This one,
Oh, I'd like to add in to her. If you choose to do this, you know it will come for you. We won't leave you in his grasp.
say that again?
I say to her, if you choose to do this, know that we will come for you. We wouldn't leave you to this fate.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. Okay, so that those terms right there, those are getting a little shaky, but we'll see.
And also, well, does she seem like she wants to do it?
Yeah, it looks like she still has that intention. She hasn't responded to what you said yet. She will on her turn, is what I'm saying.
Then I would agree to this exchange.
Okay.
Or at least, like, say I vote in favor of this exchange.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to, like, make that decision for everyone,
Excellent.
You vote in favor of exchanging Rutalia for Irina?
Fuck yeah, I don't know who Irina is. Fire Hunter for random shit.
Let's do it.
Okay, and seeing you two kind of approach Irina as if to secure her, Strahd is going to float down onto Octavia just to get a little closer to him, you know? And he doesn't speak quite yet. Fardin, it's your turn. Now, and I'll say this, we're not limited to what is on the board right now. This is an opportunity to learn, to do something. In between, skill challenge, social, combat. If you decide to dedicate your action to something, I would definitely keep that in mind. Just saying. Also, again, chaos everywhere. Also, I forgot to mention this. With that witch that fell in the sky and dropped her broom, there was another, maybe at this point, another figure that falls down. Boom! And you all see the smear of blood across the dirt. It appears to be a black-haired young man with silver streaks in his hair.
Shit. Fucking,
The heirs of the wisdom lines, whatever that guy's name was.
No, they all.
Those that have seen them might recognize this as one of the nondescript raven people that I've had in the tavern.
I didn't know they called it Silver Streaks.
Arden.
We go up to Irina. Say, you can't go. Everything that he wants, and he knows what he can do. You can't go. And I'll go Well, actually, I go up to Mike. Can I? Oh shit!
Just do it.
Can I try to give? Can I try to slide a hand? Give you. So Strahd is
would I be able to aid him in that? Risky business.
You could
I'd
be
say-
an 8 in that,
I would say, yeah. How would that normally go? If you're doing
Like I would just literally like kind of just like as I walk, like if he's facing me, I would just kind of like put it in like so like it's away from Strahd's.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an active perception versus your sleight of hand.
Okay, no help with Mike. Maybe.
Yeah, yes, with help.
Okay. Yeah, this is risky. Versus a 2.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Please.
Come on. Are you talking not too bad? No, it's 14.
That's
anything?
probably really
That's it, just 14.
14 total.
Well, he's gonna know something was passed. He won't be able to see what it was at least.
13.
14.
14.
Maybe.
Okay.
What happened? You cannot use it.
You give him the amulet. Okay.
And I go to and I step in front of Irina, and I say, "Why don't you take some of your own size?"
So you are challenging Strahd.
Yes.
Outcast.
And I look at you guys with an intent. Maybe, hopefully, you can read my look. Kind of like, get out of here.
Can I use my held action to step forward alongside Farden, put my hand on his side, and kind of stand with him in his stupid fucking gambit? No offense.
Not really, because that's not what you readied.
Right, I figured it would just be like a cheaper action than doing anything to defend Irina to spend my held action.
Well, she hasn't acted yet,
Oh,
so your
which is
thing
fair.
is still going. Yeah.
Alright, I'll just hold on. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll look at him. I'll just
So
look
you
at
challenge
him.
him. Strahd reaches out, reaches his hand around Rudolph Van Ripken's throat and grabs him. He says, "What say you, Hunter? Do you want to live today?" So he's got a throat now. Senja, we could put a bottle cap on him if we want. For grapple. And even as he does it, you see Ricavio, Van Ricken, whatever, almost give like a moan of agony, like you might normally expect, or you wouldn't normally expect, from the necrotic energy coursing into him.
I think I'm gonna use. Can I use like survival or something to plot the fastest course out of town as an action?
Yes.
Okay.
Make survival check.
God damn it.
8, a survival check?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what you can do is you can bring up your phone and take a look at the map that I texted out to the group chat.
Also, do you have any inspiration?
What I'll say is that roll. You would know the map. It would be pretty obvious what the closest exit is.
East.
I'm gonna say it would
Where's
be
the
out.
north exit?
It would be out probably over one of the walls.
Yeah.
Which way?
Yeah.
Like the
We're
northwest
just going for the most direct route.
Yeah, because you probably don't know too much about the activities of this party, so you're not really sure. Actually, what I will say is you kind of got the idea that this group as a whole was sort of heading west as a default. Like, it's how they sort of automatically escaped the situation before. So you think the party might be generally headed west?
Is that this way?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try to not break stealth and head that way. So I'm gonna bonus action teleport, assuming that these are in light or darkness.
What I'll say is, yeah, there's basically light coming from the east, so stuff to the west of these houses is teleport.
Okay. It's all in shadow.
You can put shadow if you want, just essentially straight lines. Because I realize that, like, the sun is still very low.
Yeah,
After
so
light, so it would cast shadows
Or
across it.
something in the morning.
I'll teleport and move half the speed.
Based on this, where's the tower?
The tower's going to be to the west, northwest, like well out of here. This way. Yeah.
So I'm that's what I did. I kind of plotted the best course, kind of determined what everyone was doing, and then I'm sneaking off that way.
If you wanted to yell out, you would probably know.
I didn't want to break stealth.
Yeah, it's pretty even. So looking at that map, it would be clear that the fastest way out would be over one of the walls. Maybe the northwest one would be the closest.
Yeah, that northwest wall.
But now, of course, you would be faster sticking on the roads in town, like directly west. But either way, depends on what your goal is. So you just dip, rad. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Awesome.
It's all my action.
Anko?
I'm going to. Let me see. Are you allowed to dash while moving stealthily to double your movement and then still move stealthily for your total movement?
Let's see, because you hid once, correct?
Yeah. I'm currently hidden, 23, maybe, and then I'm invisible.
I'll say, yeah, at least for now, yeah. Just use your previous one, unless you do something that you think would expose you.
I mean, I'm just gonna go 4, 5, 6 over to here.
Okay.
And just keep me quiet.
Okay.
Do it.
Actually, what's it? Maybe you're essentially spending your action to continue your same stealth or something similar. Okay, right. Lip.
Just trying.
Okay, I stopped where I was at, pivoted, and looked like, for anyone watching it, just like puzzling, trying to make a decision. And then I kick my heels into the dirt and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in the last combat, I had cast Expeditious Retreat on myself, so close action dash.
Totally.
4,
Oh.
and just silently run up to Van Richten and extend a hand, and I will touch him and cast Thunderstep.
Yes!
Yeah! Hell
Yeah, he definitely lets that happen.
Sick as fuck.
You cast Thunderstep.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Expeditious
Sweet.
retreat.
Hell
Bonus
yes.
action dash. Thunderstep out.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Can you see there though? There's a building in the way.
Okay, I guess I could probably go like here.
Something like that.
Maybe like here.
You shatter this agreement, as was probably about happening.
Yes.
Yeah, we all clustered up in a way.
No words, just silently like. Like very fast. Like, probably only Van Richten hears it, but as I get up to him, I'm just going. Running directly towards the heroes in this world, and then
Does that have verbal components? Because those are the verbal components.
yes.
Do you do damage to Strahd though?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thunderous.
Step. Boom.
Yeah, so it's
I run out of view and then I hear a massive boom. I'm just like,
Con
fuck.
save.
In the low, cold autumn light.
Con save.
Thunder
DC
and-
15.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Right? It's like, oh shit.
Yes.
Now we run.
Yeah.
He's gonna fail that save.
Sweet.
Oh.
That's gonna be 16 thunder damage.
16 thunder.
And the thunder can be heard from up to 300 feet away.
Well,
Sorry, 16 or 13?
Yes, it's a boom.
13.
13.
No, 16. Sorry.
Thunder 16. Rad.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So you walk up and all of a sudden, Brutality is gone. And Strahd, you see his eyes, open wide for a brief moment, as he was not expecting a thunderous force to appear from where his quarry that he had grappled once was. So just.
Yes.
He's also gonna.
Now we are crying, protect Irina, and we get.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm within counterspell range.
So you do that. And where are you now? You're over there.
I'm still invisible, though, so I'm like, I can just kind of.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Strahd says, "Scatter." Sorry, love. But it appears these ones are reckless, as always. And he just steps over you guys
Oh no.
and back down over this way.
Oh no.
Shit.
He's a bad man.
Guys, help!
Shit.
Yeah, what did you expect?
Oh no!
Shit, stay up. With his 60-foot fly speed, then you know he's going to be in the air. He'll be 10 feet in the air, so why not?
What a bro.
Just doing all
I
that
can
for
also move
show.
60, but Rictavio cannot. As far as I know.
shit.
Actually, I guess it'd be just like move dash.
It should also be noted he could move on our turns. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah.
That's what he just did, actually.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I get to see that.
That's-
Help!
After that action, that takes us to Rudolph Van Richten and Irina.
Oh, go and do some cool shit.
Yes, Van Richten's no longer grappled.
Yeah, no longer grappled. Yep.
Man.
Remember my moments of glory when I'm gone.
Remember sacrifice.
Yeah.
What if he casts Thunder Step on you?
That would be hilarious. If he's just
That would
like
be pretty funny to be
At like level 8.
Yeah.
Tell the story of my big boom boom.
You have to be willing to go, but you guys would both get hit with Thunderstep.
Say again?
I said he'd have to be willing to go.
And then Rick like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'd rather not get hit at this point. So yeah, I'll go with you.
Irina looks almost like the wind has been taken out of her sails. As you know, everything that she just stood her ground for has vanished and reappeared behind her. She's gonna continue to attempt what she's doing, basically to move, to put herself out there, distract Strahd, save Rictavio. You can go ahead and make your grapple check here.
Alright. And what modifier am I using for grapple?
It's just yeah.
You're good at getting out of them.
Ooh. Rough. That's gonna be I'll let the strength go up to 10. That's gonna be a 3.
A 3.
A 3.
She
Better than 2.
also rolled a 3.
So that means nothing happens.
Nothing
So
happens.
she's not grappled.
She's not grappled.
What do I just collide with her and she barely
And what did you say to her, Mike, again?
Maybe
I
you're
told
too
her
strong.
if you think this is the best thing to do, then you should do it. But we will not forget you and we'll come for you.
She says, I appreciate that, Mike. But when it comes down to it, this isn't about me at all. And she charges 30 feet. No. Yes. This is her?
Yeah, purple.
We're gonna say she goes and essentially dashes and places herself.
Strahd is
right.
down.
15 feet into the air, into Strahd,
We won.
flying knee. Now go and put her right in front of Rictavio.
Okay.
And then Rictavio will look at you, Luke. He's gonna say, appreciate the help.
Least I could do.
Still got a few tricks up my sleeve. And he casts a spell. You see almost a sort of warm glow from inside him that amplifies and then slowly fades. Leaving a very thin sheen on him as if he's protected with something.
Okay.
It's going to take us to Strahd's legendary action. He's going to put himself on the ground just right in the thick of it.
On who?
Right there, you got it.
Oh, no.
Right in front of you.
Oh, well.
You got another Thunder Step ready.
So many more. Warlocks have so many spells.
So thinking about it, this sort of deal thing, it hasn't been ruined, now that I think about it. But you, Lip,
Yeah.
You have interfered.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
is that
So does he maybe want to
I'm a
be
paper guy.
He's gonna go there.
Oh, son
He says, "You learn nothing." Goes to grab you.
of a-
Natural 20.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Alright. I'm bad.
He will do you the mercy. Of,
I don't know what's more depressing, Strahd himself. Or
he'll do you the
rolls
mercy
of
of just grabbing you
Okay.
and not doing
Not fighting me?
not doing the crit necrotic damage.
Oh, thank you.
So he's just gonna do one of these.
Thank you, merciful.
I told you he was going for the grab, so
Yeah.
I will stick to that. You're gonna take 16 bludgeoning damage, which is nothing to shake a stick at.
Whammo.
He just kind of grabs you, just looks you in your eyes, and you're definitely an interesting looking character. He says,
Intimate moment.
"Where did you come from?"
I assume.
No matter, and he goes to bite you.
I assume I was being choked out. Could not respond.
Does a 12 to hit?
Nope, just barely misses.
Well, good thing you managed to fend off his bite. How do you want to fend off his bite?
I'm just got my hands on either side of his face. I'm just trying to hold his face off my face.
Face off.
Saying, at least buy me a drink first.
Okay, so just sort of chaos negotiations right now. Excellent. That's his turn. It's gonna take us to Tyr.
Glad I got myself out of helping range for you guys.
Another witch
This is exactly what happened last session.
slams onto the ground in one of the alleys, and another young man appears. You see him just fall onto a rooftop out of sight.
Where did the witch
Just
fall?
slam onto another rooftop out of sight, actually. Actually, no, they went down battling onto the same rooftop.
Nice.
Is there fire growing in the west?
Yes, also Balaki is on fire.
Is there another broom that fell?
No, it fell onto the roof.
She ate her broom.
It
I
fell
can
onto-
teleport under the room.
Okay, you know what? Actually, yeah,
Which
it's going
roof
to
did she
be.
fall on? Yeah.
It'll be on that roof.
Okay.
The one close to everything.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, there's totally like. I don't know. You can teleport on the roof. It's definitely. I'm just gonna put the fire just in the center.
Fire?
Sure. I don't know whose interest it's in to
Does
let
anyone
the
want to
town
say
burn or
the
not.
town of
Probably-
Milwaukee? Is
that
that?
one?
Alright, no. No,
Yes.
okay.
My priority list is very short right now.
Priority is we need to live.
Skin first for. No, I don't even like my own skin. Yeah, save Irina.
Or just throwing ideas. If you guys
I like my skin.
want to gain any knowledge or maybe offer any
We didn't talk to him.
as leverage,
At this point.
we're continuing.
Yeah.
Tyr, it's your turn.
Keep saying that like we have something. I don't know what it is.
Sorry, I'm taking so long. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck Strahd's deal is.
Well, we hear like the piano and the pipe at the same time.
The murderous god. Seems like his deal.
Yeah. Okay. So, Boulder Caviar are like right there.
They're all up in it.
I cast fly on himself so he gets to move his fly speed instead. It's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold full 60 feet of dash if that's possible. I know it's not an action, but can I
You,
move
you,
it?
you can move and then hold another 30. Yeah.
Okay. I'll move. Yeah, I'm gonna get back invisibility of them. Hold my dash.
Until what?
I'm gonna hold it if Strahd and Irina appear to be making off any further from the situation together.
Cool. Like move to intercept?
Yep.
Awesome. How are you looking, Lip?
Bloodied for sure.
Man, where does it hurt? I'm gonna try on the big bloody spot.
Yeah, and as you begin to approach here, Strahd sort of looks at you and just says, "Am I close enough yet?" He smiles, revealing a fang.
Ugh.
And I look over Strahd's shoulder at you with beseeching eyes.
Yeah. So Strahd is there. He's got you grappled. He's going to go ahead and essentially drag you 15 feet. So if you can basically put Strahd right in front of the building, like on the other side of it from you. Yep, right there. And then bring Tavio with him.
Rictavio.
Oh, sorry, not Rictavio. Lit. And what you guys see,
He's going to take opportunity attack.
he is. And you can see Rudolph Van Richten, he's lost his sheath for his sword. He just has the sword cane alone. He's going to take a swipe at Strahd. He will hit.
Smite him or something.
And
he might have
but
the
I
second.
can't. I'll get there.
and it's almost as if his
He does.
his sword cane moves so quickly that it gives off a flash of light as he seems to pick the perfect moment to strike out at Strahd as he's moving away.
I feel like it's the perfect moment too.
Yes.
And he is going to deal more damage than you guys probably would think. Can I get a d6? Thank you. And one more d6 actually. Thank you.
Our fusion dance combined for high roll.
Indeed.
All ones.
Yes, right?
All sexes.
Make sure you have the numbers right. And you can tell, when he first arrived, and let's see, Fardin and Mike, you've kind of seen this before, where a lot of the time at the beginning of a fight, he seems to be, invincible and invulnerable. As your attacks have been recently, this one hits true, and you can see it carved into Strahd's side as it pulls away. And what Strahd does with his action is he says, "Would you like to know your actual chances of getting to the Amber Temple?"
Please.
It is literally like choking.
Give us a
yeah.
word.
I'm like, okay, yes.
One bean will all die.
Sure, man, maybe
10
one.
bean, it'll be a cakewalk.
There's an implication that he wants something in return.
I think we can make a deal. We can work this out.
Why would he be letting us make a deal to help us find artifacts that would be him doing? Seems like
We're not reading into
Unless
this.
he wants to go to the Amber Temple.
he's bored.
Actually, so Tyr, you had your turn, right?
Yeah, I'm just holding
Yeah,
it back.
and Mike, you have
the
not.
Amber Temple.
So it is your turn.
Cool. First thing I'm gonna do is look at you and for my item interaction, could I hand him the amulet or would I have to just drop it?
Hand to the amulet.
Him.
Give it back to him.
Yeah.
You can use your interaction to give it back to him. Yeah.
My
Actually, I realize that. Yeah, you can use
item
your
interaction.
Yeah, you
Item
can just give
interaction.
it. You can just give
Yeah, you
it.
can take that. Can I just try to stuff it back in
Mm-hmm.
as a reaction?
And I say like, now might be a good time to use this. And
And what I'll say is, if you wanted to conceal that, action entirely, you can make a sleight of hand check with your action. Otherwise, I'll say it's clear that you were doing something, but not like what you were passing.
saw me get it anyway.
Yeah.
This is cutting actions.
Yeah.
Can you use slide hands as a bonus action?
No, that's thief.
Oh, the-
Thief let you do that.
Wait, should I take a shot? Mike. Gotta get a little closer.
Violence can also help here. Give you guys some leverage if you do damage to them.
I'm gonna use my cunning action to dash. And I'm gonna take a shotty at him
Okay. Where are you right now?
right there.
Yeah. Yep. You can make a straight roll.
16.
Is he
16?
advantage? Is he engaged with me?
No, not advantage. And you weren't hidden or anything, right? 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess 16 hits. Yeah, 16 hits.
Make that a sneak attack. I have my d6.
That is a sneak attack.
You need any more?
Sure.
I knew you'd always save me, Mike.
Let's see.
Nice. 25 damage.
25 damage. Pow!
Yeah. Nice, dude. Just gonna.
If you do enough
leave it
damage,
out
that might
here.
earn you a negotiation point. I don't know. I'm winging this. It's great.
And I
How much
say,
damage?
I'm gonna leave these right here.
25.
25.
I'm gonna say, talk and we might let you leave here alive.
Ooh.
Look at the big balls on you.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Strahd
you
gonna let
stand
that
a chance. And hopefully that is going to get his
Haunted
attention.
monsters going so far.
But as I'm saying that, I'm like looking at Rictavio and Arena and like get out of here.
It's a question for you guys. Just kind of, want to get your general thoughts. You know how you can, drop concentration, at any time?
Yeah.
That's required. Would you say you could do the same for a grapple?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. He's gonna let you go, Lip. And he's going right on you, Mike. he's going right on that off-road spot.
So,
right next to...
Just like
Yeah.
go.
And he goes right
Opportunity
on.
Stroud's gonna
attack.
go. He's gonna go.
Opportunity attack.
No, it doesn't drop opportunity attacks. Not this one.
No?
Not this one, no.
Alright.
I almost could have hit him with my
Legendary
stick.
action.
I would say muscle reaction time is the speed of your synapses firing, so to release any muscle tension you may be holding should always be considered an instantaneous action.
Yeah.
Like dropping your weapon as well.
Or like pooping your pants.
Yeah. Releasing bowels.
Releasing
Bam.
bowels.
Yes.
That appears to be pretty effective at perhaps luring him into a more vulnerable situation. So well done.
Letting my
Yeah,
guard
actually good work.
Takes us
So it's my turn now.
to Farden. And this one, it looks like it sinks into his armor or maybe his gut. It's hard to tell. It goes in pretty deep and it's just sticking out.
And I'm like looking at you now, like, now's a good time.
And actually, what you do is you kind of pin his blazer or whatever to his armor, and so it's just kind of awkwardly stuck here. It looks a little. It ruins his.
I'm gonna
normal-
say that to him, like, your outfit looks like shit now. Yeah, you know what?
Okay, no, just you don't need to make any rolls or anything, but I will keep that in mind.
You know what? I get up to there, I get about 15 feet from him, and I reveal the amulet. And I use Hold Vampire.
Oh.
Describe what this looks like.
I pull it out and I hear Mike's cries and I see that he's away from the people and he's about to fuck Mike up. And I'm like, my instinct where I need to save people. I need to save everyone that I can. I pull it out and it just has a little flash because it's a radiance actually. So just for a brief instant and encapsulates Strahd in that. DC 15.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yes, wisdom saving throw.
Oh, big bucks and wins.
Fuck, dude.
What was the DC again?
15.
Nervous laughter. I see you right now, I'm like,
I'm just gonna
either
tell
gonna
you,
die or
but,
something.
I'm such an emotional roller coaster.
he rolls a
Strahd
natural
goes over and
7.
goes through, like,
He fails the save by 1 and uses a legendary action.
You can use your
Legendary.
resistance.
Resistance.
Yes.
Yes.
Himself from being held.
Alright.
Hey, that's good.
So it looks like it would have taken, but then through Strahd's will.
You see, it's almost as if he's, physically withering for a moment from sort of unexpected assault. I'm gonna say.
I see that happen. I'm like, oh, and I try to put it back in my.
You do that? Yeah. And when you do that,
Click.
he's gonna go ahead.
Click.
Yeah. I'm like, ah, shit.
And he's gonna go right here. You can put him right there.
And no.
No action
next to
attacks.
Like, right.
In combat with Farden?
Yeah, next to him. And it's gonna say. And it looks like he just with a very, just almost flat expression and just looks at you coldly He says, I always suspected, but you have made a mistake. And auto passing and such, you get the sense that he's not saying he suspected you had the amulet. He's saying he suspected that you would make a terrible, terrible mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
And we got it's like the intelligence 8 crew over here, so sorry guys. I guess it's more of a wisdom call.
Next is
And that's
You had 11.
essentially a negotiation loss. That's something you didn't want to happen here. Okay, that takes us
Yeah, we
to
definitely weren't ready to do this.
Sencha.
Alright. I'm gonna go over here and look and see what's going on, and then I'm gonna run up to Strahd. And so you guys see me run out like furs and everything, broom on my back, and I just reach forward with hands of darkness, and I use my hands like daggers, and then boom, hit him twice. Or attract you. It's gonna be a 17 to hit on the first one.
That will hit.
You were 6 levels.
I'm gonna make that a stunning strike.
Yes.
Please.
Oh, please.
Get those saves out of the way.
One down.
So it's not very high to hit. It's gonna be a 5 damage.
Oh, I see. Okay. 5 for the
It's
first.
14 is the DC for the stunning strike.
What are you using for that? What weapon?
My hands.
Hands? Okay, yes. So that is, yep, that's magical, so you do 4 damage. You said 5 damage.
Hands of darkness.
Hands of dark.
Got shadow
Yeah.
covering my hand.
It was 17 on the con save, unfortunately.
Alright, second hit.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah, that's actually, no, yeah.
Another stunning strike. It's gonna be 12 damage.
He appears to still be mobile, but you know that he's in a good place.
And then
How much damage? Sorry.
12.
12. That's much better.
The first one was 5, the second one was 12.
Yep.
And then I am going to vanish while standing in his shadow.
Oh yeah, because this light would be
From the east.
from the east.
Yep.
Shit, dog.
And
Essentially up on there.
I'm gonna grab the broom.
Yeah, you totally find
Two
it.
brooms.
You
We have
find it.
2 brooms.
A second broom.
We have 2 brooms.
Well
Wizard to
done.
identify.
And that's my turn.
Strap in.
Thank you for that. We have 2 brooms.
I mean, sharing is caring, you know? I gotta buy friends somehow.
Right? Yeah, right.
Might as well buy them with brooms.
It's like, hey, there's 2 magical items.
Yeah. You see that? Strahd surveys the scene and says, good. Goes 60 feet straight up.
Opportunity attack? Opportunity attack?
No opportunity attack.
Shit, it's not.
After this one.
No.
I'm about to die on the roof.
This represents 60 feet in the air.
You can definitely make that higher too.
We can make that higher.
I
Let's
mean,
make it higher. 'Cause
either
it's
way.
about the same height as this.
Because we can't.
Start stacking things.
Yeah.
Next up will be Anka.
He's 60 feet straight up.
Yep.
Now I can't hit him.
Nice.
That looks like 60 feet up to me.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's like, well, what I was
just straight
going
up from where he was.
Straight up from where he is.
what I was going to do is no longer valid because it only has a 60-foot range. So
Can you move?
And you guys
I
know.
can't make it to him, and
You don't have to be standing directly.
no, but I have to be able to reach him.
Is it your turn?
If he's 60 feet up, guys.
Yeah, I have to stand directly.
And for those of you who are straight below, I'm looking up, you know, at this figure floating in the air. The chaos of battle behind him in the sky. The roar of the metallic beyond that. In the most terrible way, it's beautiful.
Vampire obscurity.
He's wearing the kilt. There's nothing down there.
So
It's so pale.
did he save? Like, first try on both of them?
No.
Okay,
One of
so
them was a
one
legendary
resistance.
He told you you hit the right spot, and then he just stayed mobile anyway.
And at this moment, he's floating almost horizontally, looking down at you guys. And super rad.
Get on your broom and fight him.
I can't get on the board. I don't know the
I mean,
magic
I
word.
still have my existing hide roll, right?
The magic word.
Sure.
Let me punch this
I
one
ain't
in the
doing
face.
shit. I'm gonna sit and watch.
Saying all right.
I have nothing to do. I can't reach.
Yeah.
All of my ranges don't reach, and I sure as fuck ain't gonna fireball them. So
There are
Oh,
technically there are
okay.
other actions. Well, no, we'll just say you spend your action to keep your same
yeah,
roll. I like that.
yeah, it's
Whatever,
okay.
yeah, that's fine.
Maintain stealth.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just
let-
hiding. That's
Um,
hit him with.
let's see.
What were you trying to do on him?
I was gonna Ray of Frost him, so it could limit his movement a little bit more, but I can't reach him now.
What's the range?
60 feet. That's the problem. I can't reach him now.
You know, no, you can. We're gonna say again, no trigonometry. If you're
He's 60 feet straight up, man. Come on.
there's no trigonometry.
Equals C squared.
If you are no, if you're 60 feet down, 60 feet across. If you're within there, you can do it.
Oh.
You want to do it?
No, I already passed my turn. Let's just go.
I mean, I haven't done anything
Just
yet.
attack
I literally
him.
haven't done
Just
anything yet.
attack him.
Help us,
You
please.
have advantage.
Just attack him.
It's a-
All right,
it's
if
a-
I can Ray of Frost him, then I'll Ray of
yeah,
Frost
you
him.
would know.
It's not going to kill him. I
it's a
guarantee you
no.
that.
You would know this could force him to, save for
It's
concentration.
24.
Yeah, you know for a fact that he's using a fly spell.
Yeah,
obviously.
obviously. Yeah, I
Passive
know
armor.
he's using the blade.
Yeah,
Are you counterspelling it?
No, I can't.
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. He said I can. So, it's 8 damage.
8 damage. He passes closely.
Speed is halved.
No, speed is reduced by 10.
Oh, I see.
And then I'm gonna move 3 squares to the left behind the building, out of sight.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna whoop, and
and then
then
expose yourself. It's an easy shot. He's
Yeah.
left himself wide open.
Yeah.
You hit him directly in the center of the armor, and you see it sort of radiate out from there, beginning to encapsulate his limbs right inside his clothing now. Well done.
Are there any windows in these buildings?
Yes,
So if I were to step inside, could I still watch him through from the windows?
totally, and you can essentially put it
So
anywhere.
before I step inside, I'm going to shoot him with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Do it.
120 foot range. Yeah.
And then afterwards, would you put me in the square that's next to the wall? Thank you.
Is it
Sadly
Eldritch
cocked.
Blast, you said?
That's going to be 26 and a 18 to hit.
Those will hit.
Sweet.
Just wear him out, make him run away.
That'll be 18 force damage. And then I'm going
And
to
then that was in 2 separate things.
2 Eldritch Blasts, agonizing blasts,
Okay.
rather.
Totally.
And then I'm going to step inside the house and be like, vampires can't come in unless they're invited. And shut the door.
Awesome.
And
Solid.
I'm looking out through one of the windows. It's like,
Nice.
Are you gonna try and bring any of that with you?
yeah, actually I'm gonna stand in the doorway and say, vampires can't come in unless they're invited. And like beckon them inside and take a few steps back.
Question. Do you want to be standing here?
Yeah.
Do we know that, like, in character, or is...
No.
I have intelligence
something you're
8,
just
so
No,
I'm making a big assumption.
No, he just kind of yelled that.
Yeah, I mean,
I know if we had, like, actually learned about it.
Do I know with my 20 roll if that's true?
I
Some of us do.
I believe that.
With your total 19, no.
Thank you. Like, do you know that that's not true?
Yeah, there's something else I was going to say.
I believe that is true because I have 8 wisdom and 8 intelligence.
Oh yeah, and you notice something interesting, Lip, as you shoot your Eldritch Blast. There was a time, because your Eldritch Blast is essentially like whitish, correct?
Yes.
So, maybe
Yes.
silvery?
Yes, it's like whitish holy.
Yeah. You've seen before it's had like
dark
the
modes.
modes of darkness.
Yeah.
I haven't been mentioning it, but you've essentially been seeing those since I mentioned you.
Right.
It looks like a pure beam going at him now.
Oh, there's no little moats.
Yeah, you don't see any.
That's gotta be a good sign.
Yeah, that and the fact that you nailed those shots.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Sweet. Cool. That should do it.
Awesome. It's going to take us to the 2 of them.
Arena.
Yeah. Looking pretty good. Arena looks around frustrated.
Yeah.
I wish
Bunch
you
of
was
dummies here.
she had, yeah,
Like,
she
no,
had-
we are fighting.
but she also had a plan and it kind of fell apart.
We did
We-
not allow it.
We did
Yeah.
not allow for sacrifice.
She's going to essentially just stay behind Rictavio, and Rictavio's going to cast some kind of spell on himself.
Are they gonna move?
They will move.
Get the house.
Yes, they'll both move 30 feet, kind of to the southwest.
Is that going to help the bloody
So you're going
paladin shit standing up against
Why aren't they going this way?
Because they don't want to jump over the
That would be like
Wall.
here.
Well,
There's not a gate
yes.
that way.
Around there.
I don't think so.
So there.
How are you looking for it?
I am bloody. I
You're
am
bloody?
under half at 24.
I see them running past out the window, and I'm like,
Oh no.
Okay, so fine. Instead of casting something on himself, he's
I mean, you know, if he wants.
he's gonna go over. He's gonna give you what you can tell is a pretty powerful cure wounds.
Oh, he's gonna go on
He
me.
has to touch you.
Yeah,
He's
he's gonna walk up to you instead.
Is it farted?
Yeah, to fart it.
That's
4, 5,
this one.
6.
Yeah, so put him on the
He can
fart
barely make
instead.
it. Right
'Cause,
here.
yeah, he's got to do that to do
Right.
it.
Oh, jeez.
And that's usually what like he needs.
D8 per level.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, hamburgers.
This is not how I thought this session was going to go, you guys.
You're actually gonna regain 20 hit points.
Hell yes.
Oh.
My wounds
Nice.
close up.
Fuck yeah.
He looks right at you and he says, "My plan worked, but we need to move."
Agreed.
He says, "Don't worry, the best is yet to come." Next up,
God.
it is Strahd, and
Oh boy, we're crying fireball.
Sorry, is not
No counterspell. I can't see.
Luckily, everybody gets a +3.
Are you? And where are you?
I am ducked behind the wall, and I'm plastered up against the wall outside. I cannot see him. Cannot see him.
Okay, but he saw you go behind
I
it.
saw me go behind it. Yes.
Okay. What he's actually going to do, you guys see him floating above you. He moves in the air to the east.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Alright, good. Yep.
Into it.
So far, sounds
Maybe
like
right
Oh.
there. Maybe not as high up. Maybe
Oh,
30
the
30
wizard.
feet up.
What?
He looks
Looks
right.
good.
I don't have
I
that.
got it.
Let the magic touch.
He looks right over at you, Anko.
Mm-hmm.
Gives a smile.
Mhm.
Looks away. And focuses his attention on the center of the square there. Yep. As you see a familiar moat as he begins to cast
You're gonna make me do
his
that.
obviously his fireball spell.
Okay, so I'm going to have to cast counterspell.
You guys
on him.
counterspell?
And is he going to counter my counterspell?
No.
Okay.
Actually,
For shits and giggles.
but you're gonna need to make me an intelligence check.
Good. Generic intelligence? What is it? Arcana? What is it?
It's whatever you need to do for a counterspell.
Okay, so I'm rolling. yeah, no. Fails.
You fail?
Yeah, didn't roll high enough. No matter what spell level it was, I didn't roll high enough.
Who all is in the center there?
Oh, fuck.
Rotavio, Mike, me, and Tyr. Everybody gets +3 on top of their regular
Yeah.
saving throw.
Absolutely, all of you are going to need to make a dexterity saving throw
+3
From
on top
this.
of your regular.
from this
What did you
4th
do
level
before?
fireball.
Yes, it's at least 4
What
levels.
else did you do before again?
I'll give him 10 HP.
Okay, I still stunned the parents.
What was
Is it an extra
I have
1d8
my
or
5.
2d8?
It's 2d6.
2d6.
Per
yes,
additional.
8d6, so it's 10. So
Yes.
I'm just gonna
So you have +3 on top of your regular saving throw.
17? Spell save.
I think his DC is 17 based on previous.
Oh my god.
Previous
I
encounters.
think you got it.
I mean, you
Oh
say.
my god.
Try goes to the runner.
Do I remember anything from my Tales of Terror?
Yes, tie goes to the.
That would be relevant to the save. It's a dex saving.
Dex save.
+3 on top of your regular dex.
So yeah, that brings me to 17. with a
Chaos
roll of 7.
continues.
Me too, but just in case.
Nice. Fucking 25.
Yes.
And
We're so scared right now.
You're talking about
Even with the save, this might still kill me.
Oh, this is gonna kill me. Again.
Yeah, level 4 is.
Oh yeah, so if I go down to, is that count as a failure on my death save for the day?
No, not if you
No.
No, you
that
just go down.
makes you
Question, honest question for you guys. Has anyone passed the saving throw from Strahd with a 17 before?
With a 17?
With a 17,
I don't
exactly.
know.
I don't know.
Okay. So there's something I thought and I just confirmed it. I want to make sure I've been doing it consistently. Okay. Yeah, so he wasn't making save. Okay, let's go around the
Yeah.
saving first.
It's just us 3 plus Rotavio.
Okay.
17.
Fail.
Great.
Unfortunately.
15.
15. Fail.
No,
Is
just Tyr and
Tyr?
Rotavio.
25.
pass.
Oh boy.
And this is with the bonuses.
Yes. You guys.
He's gonna pass. Those of you that failed.
You're not in the right
Like,
place.
you need to do a calculator
Right,
on this.
right. I'm like, no, I did not
This-
prove up at all.
It's
I'm like,
okay.
yeah, no, I'm gonna
It's-
go over here. You know.
You're taking 38 points of fire damage.
You need stone's endurance.
It's not be anywhere near.
No.
Crap, that sucks.
38
that's
on
only five
save,
less
or-
than that.
38
5.
damage if you failed. So you take 19.
I am down again.
Just as my hair was starting to grow back.
So you guys are both down.
Can we, not that this is really important, but can we flavor it that I like got exploded back 10 feet
Yeah, totally. You can.
and fell down? And I'm just like, ugh.
And actually, what actually happens is before he says this, as he's casting the spell, he kind of looks at you,
At me?
Anko,
Mhm.
and he says, "Tell your friends that I'm now going to let them see the true nature of this place." And the fireball, you see it with its regular red glow as it charges up, but as it gets a little bigger and then condenses to the small node that it fires, it gets darker, to where it's like a deep crimson, brown, black fireball that explodes on the wall. Still take fire damage.
Is anyone else down? Are you down?
Oh, Mike's down. You're down.
Mike's down.
Even like
Here, it's your turn. What happens?
Are you down?
I stand the fuck up.
Is Vertavio down?
Bertavia's not down.
2 stands up.
Yep. With 1 hit point from my ability.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice. So the champion feature, or
No, it is a feature of being a revenant.
Bertavio is thoroughly bloodied, even with his current reduced mass at home.
Alright.
Does it heal part?
Which is good because I would have been down if you didn't. So.
How high is he?
30.
30 feet in the air.
Yeah.
I'm on the building. I don't know if that's 30 feet. Oh, that's the building?
20 feet. 20 or 25.
Up there.
I'm going to kind of wheel around this corner a little bit so I'm back within Strahd's line of sight, and I'm going to take a shot at him with my hand crossbow.
Rad.
Alright. Oof. Yeah, which is going to be a 15 to hit.
It's not going to hit.
Alrighty then.
It looks like it's going to, and then you see him do almost a spin in the air. And it goes past him.
Alright. I am going to, do I have to, how does reloading my crossbow work?
Do you have crossbow expert?
No, I do not.
You just essentially need to have a free hand, but there's also the loading property.
And the loading property does...
You can only fire once for an action.
Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Alright, and
Drop it, pull another one out of your cloak. You had another one.
I had a second one.
Actually, now that you-
Flip open your trench coat.
Just like 37 loaded hand crossbows.
Yeah.
Got any bonus actions you can use?
You gotta shoot him like off cross arms.
Yeah.
Do a
Or you
Can
just-
I throw
Yeah.
something at Strahd?
What?
Human poop. Human
you took the attack action,
Throw
right?
your
Technically,
shit.
you still have
Sure.
if you had a thrown weapon.
No, I want to throw one of my flasks of oil at him.
That's usually an action. Like if you want to get oil on him.
Okay. I will use my second wind to...
If you want to be like, just fuck you, vampire, and just kind of throw it at him, you can do that.
No, I want to specifically hit him with oil. And get him partially covered in it.
That would take an action.
Alright, let's do it.
What you use your action sheet.
Action search.
So, action search.
Action search. Yes, you can do that. Absolutely.
Yep. Alright. Alright.
Big money, big money.
Can I use my dex bonus for this?
Sure. Also, how many flasks of oil do you have?
3.
3? You can use 2 of them. Why not? You have 2 attacks with your.
Alright.
Yeah.
No, if in that case, I'm going to We'll see what happens when I hit him with the first one.
Any objections? We're breaking the object rules.
Please let us throw more things at Strahd.
Oh, shit. Okay, so that is
First one goes
gonna
long.
be the first one goes
Jordan just
long.
like falls out of your hand as you're throwing it.
And again, just chaos.
Got
in the
some
streets.
oil on the
You
flask,
see,
you're like,
there's a
Oh no.
there's a maybe like a teenage boy with maybe
Oh no,
late
a
teens.
little bit of fire on him
Yeah,
and he's trying to put it out.
he's kind of been like scrambling around, and this thing just.
Oh.
And you see him go down into the dirt.
Oh no.
But he scrambles back up and he keeps going.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
The sun
Okay.
was a
I was
little bit
like,
on
He
fire.
kind of looks. He looks.
Certainly
He
not
looks.
all on fire.
He wasn't really paying attention, and he kind of looks up and around and over that to that direction. He's like, oh,
Sees
oh,
the
and
vampire
just
floating.
runs. Yes. He's the hell out of
Okay.
here.
Alright, so on the first one I did attack. Are these throws counting as attacks?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
improvised
that's what you
attacks?
said.
Okay, so I threw the first flask of oil, and that's part of my first, and now I'm action surging, and I have 2 throws.
No, you because
No,
of
you're-
crossbow.
Okay.
Well,
because crossbow shot.
You just said
Yeah, I
that
took
your
one
accents
crossbow
are
shot.
Yeah, sure. You can throw all 3. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
So, okay, I'm taking my second throw of 3 things I can throw. I got with my dex bonus, 24 to hit
Second one?
Strahd with a flask
Bam.
of oil.
He's you messed up his proper visage.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
now covered in oil.
He is now. That's fantastic because I'm really gonna go for the goal here and trying to hit him with a fucking torch.
Is it lit?
Yeah, you're gonna have to light the.
Is there any fire within a reasonable amount of distance of me? Because Velaki is apparently on fire.
You know what? Yes, you can throw a torch at him. You're gonna have disadvantage.
All right,
Well,
I will.
fire on this building.
I will run alongside with my torch out. One fluid motion with my not missing
Legolas.
arm.
Take him down.
All right, so
This man-
disadvantage.
Just so you guys, this man is spending all of the rules goodwill that you guys are doing.
Okay.
It's great. Yes. Actually, yeah, it's a minor benefit.
I'm
Just
all for
ignore
it.
the item rules for one turn.
Oh man.
Flurry of oil.
All right, so the first one was a 17, so that's 24
Well, you
on the
get-
first one.
You get one torch throw.
Right, I know, but you said disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
So my first
Yes,
one
thank
was
you.
a 17.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Big money, big
Oh
money,
my
big money,
God.
big money. Come on.
That is an 18.
Yes!
18 to hit.
17 is the highest you got.
Wow.
You see, where are you standing?
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, and especially all of you that are to the west, the ones that are currently conscious. You see, behind this entire scene from your perspective, the rising sun, cresting the trees on the horizon. Floating motionless in the sky, serene.
Yeah, me too. I'm on the
The name,
We're watching.
broken,
Yeah,
and an oscillating thrown torch. The opposite of a football spiral. It's going end over end. And then the lit end, almost like its momentum stalls as the lit torch sticks up in the air. And it grazes along his thigh, and Strahd Lazarovich, in the air, is set aflame. Is on fire.
All pressed up against the window, just like,
And it's, you guys hear a strange sound you might not have necessarily heard before in your time here. It sounds, especially it's hard to see exactly where what's happening, but what you hear is
just a hit.
that was your turn. He's there.
And I'd like to finish my turn with a quick turn around, and I look at all of you disheveled bastards who have come to call my friends, and I smile. Like my first genuine crack
And it's
smile.
almost as if he begins to fall out of the sky before he begins to disappear behind this.
Oh, he moved?
He moved.
Can I still see him?
Sure.
Is it on the roof?
He's, he's 30 feet in the air. On fire. Cardin, it's your turn.
No, that was, did he have to make a
I'm
concentration
down.
check?
Oh,
Oh, he has to take it again.
Oh, yeah,
Death
sorry.
save. Death save.
Death save.
Oh, damn.
Pass.
I missed a
Very
good
nice.
one-liner in there.
Now it's Cardin.
Yeah, you did.
All right. I say, I look at Tyr, and I'm like, good work. And I just kind of yell like, run! And I go to Mike. use my, it's 5, 10, 15. I give you 5 lay on hands. So you are prone, but not unconscious anymore. And then with my other 15 feet of movement, I 5, 10 there, and I'm right by Arena. I say, I guess we got to get out of here now. And that's all I can really do.
Excellent. It's going to take us to Sencha.
Did someone say run? Is that what happened?
I yelled, run.
Do I think I might be hurt by the fire if I attack Strahd? Like in melee?
Yeah.
I do. I think I'll be hurt.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
In melee, what?
You'll take one fire damage if you hit it with a melee attack.
Alright. What about 2 melee attacks?
One each.
Okay.
Worth it.
Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Wait, melee attacks?
Yeah.
How you gonna do that? Okay, we'll go
I'm
for it.
on the roof.
You're on the roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
He's
my
gonna
strength.
run and
I'm
jump
gonna
Oh
sprint
my god.
and leap and try and hit him twice.
Dude.
Just what's your strength score?
10.
10.
That's pretty
He's up
far.
there. What I'll say is
15 feet, so a little out of my normal range.
I'll say that the 10 feet apart or the 5 feet apart. That's not too much. Whatever.
Reach.
So
Step in the wind.
yeah. So
I don't want to.
Step of the Wind would guarantee this jump. I'll say that.
Okay. Can I do an athletics
Or you
check?
can go for an athletics
I'm
check.
gonna do an athletics check.
Okay. No action required.
That's not gonna make it a 9.
Yeah. What did we say it was? It was like 1 or 5 plus the extra distance. So that would have been a DC 15. You fall.
What?
We talked about I think
5 plus the extra
the jump. Yeah, the jump distance. Is that
DC
me and you
DC
talked about
for
that?
an
The jump
athletics
distance
check.
rules.
Yeah, probably.
In any case, what was
But
your
I can jump 10 feet. The extra distance is 5.
This is you?
Yeah.
10. And then this, he's like in this square. Not like this. So it's 20.
It's 20 feet away.
Oh, he's further. Yeah, he's 20, but I only need to get 15 to hit him.
5
That's a good point.
I don't have to like take up his space.
That's a good point.
That's true.
Go for
Okay.
Made it.
it.
All right. So
Wait, so what was the total?
6.
6?
it was 8.
8? That's still a fail.
Still a fail. I can't reach him.
Not with the melee attack. You would fall. I'm assuming you're gonna use slow fall.
No, I'm gonna teleport back onto the
You're gonna
roof.
teleport back on the roof.
Or would I be in bright light?
Air shadow.
You can teleport. You would still have to use your reaction to not take the fall.
Did Jadon not
And
have
teleport back?
It is.
Yeah,
That's why he's able to
teleporting
teleport.
wouldn't-
because you
He has
made the
long
jump,
shadow.
you failed, and so you fall.
I guess teleporting wouldn't.
Falling
break
is you
your
fall
momentum.
500 feet instantly if you are falling. So you touch the ground and then
So you
teleport
fail
back
down,
up onto the roof,
fall
just like
down.
you did the
That
first
doesn't
time.
make any
But you can just
sense.
teleport
You
back
just
on.
teleport
it's,
back
it's
up
not
to the
even
roof.
going to matter this time.
Yes. It's like, no, it doesn't matter. You get to do what you want. You just don't do it in the meter.
I'm just making you use your reaction to be a stickler.
Dick. He got all the free rules. I didn't get
He
any.
used them all.
I told you,
rolls.
he
He
Yeah.
used them. Yes, he used our goodwill rolls.
Well, whatever.
And he's
I-
on
I also
fire
just
now,
wanted to
so
set
this
the
is
standard.
fine.
I will say it was my
Strahd
turn.
ones are just
Just
like
like the
fire. This is
I
fine.
really wanted that to happen.
Well,
Yes, right?
if I knew I couldn't teleport back to it, I would have done it. But whatever.
You could teleport back. It would
You
just.
can still tell.
Yeah,
you're
it's-
I
just
didn't want to use
using
my reaction. It's fine.
It's not going to
whatever.
come into play. You're fine.
You landed in a dope-ass roll and then just
Alright.
blinked out of existence back up onto the roof.
I'll use the rest of my movement to go over here.
Yeah, imagining that
Awesome.
it's like you
I'll come
run
back.
and you jump and like right as
On
you
go.
hit the ground, you just slip into a shadow.
Alright, go.
He is running. I have no intention of doing so. I am going to dash away in this direction as far as I can go.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Thank you. And that's gonna do it.
Rad. Lip. You
Yeah.
can't clear this.
I'm gonna exit and look both ways. And be like,
God, is he gone? Is he gone?
Mike is on the ground right now.
2, 3.
But he's conscious.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Run him over.
Yes.
6.
And I'm gonna
Good job, everyone. Let's get the fuck out of here. Bonus action dash.
or just action dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so you guys are essentially going that way.
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
it possible to retcon a little bit. I didn't know I wouldn't be able to teleport in midair, so I probably would have used Step of the Wind. Because I wanted my bonus action to be like, jump at him, attack, and then blink back without touching the ground. Would be super cool, but
I got you.
I couldn't
If
do
you, I would say if you used, so then that's your bonus action, so you can teleport. So you couldn't teleport.
no, but then I would be fine using my
But you
reaction
would.
to slow fall and
Do it. Make your attacks. Yep.
Alright.
Oops.
And that's it. And if you're ever in like a valid aerial position or whatever, and you're in a position to make an attack, you can make any whatever attacks that you have.
As long as you're
like
close
an
enough.
entire combo.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's the flip side that I maybe
Okay.
hadn't mentioned yet.
Alright, so that's definitely gonna hit. That's gonna be a 23.
That will hit.
And I'm gonna use a stunning strike.
Seriously, you need like
It's
make
gonna
use those
be-
to blows like
When we're
An
trying to
18,
break his
or,
concentration.
that's gonna be an 8 damage.
8 damage.
And also stun him.
I mean, yeah. But he takes damage every turn right now, I'd imagine, since he's on fire, so that helps break his concentration.
Yeah, I would say with the fact that he's on fire, and you can tell at this point he is definitely the one hissing. In addition to that general sound being amplified.
Yeah, this is my.
And
I see
joining-
this as my opportunity.
Joining with the fact that he's on fire, it all blends together into a horrific cacophony. So it's really hard to tell how well the hit that you landed was, but he's at least for the moment still
Did he maintain concentration?
thrashing around.
Yeah, is he?
Oh, yeah, that's
Because that was his turn. If he fell, I would do something different.
He did. He also passed his concentration. Natural 14 speed.
Okay,
But
so he passed his.
he's
The construct
still, still going. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, second attack. That's not gonna hit. It's gonna be 13.
That's not gonna hit.
No.
Okay.
And so then I will reaction to slow fall down. Let me see this.
And then you slow fall down. Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then at this point you can just kind of run away. and yeah, that was just like a step of the wind dash, right?
Step of the wind. You step of the wind for the jump, right?
So
And it doubles your jump. Your
yes.
jump distance.
It does
when
that
you,
and
and
the
it
dash.
gives you the
Yeah, it
dash.
gives you the
So
dash.
it's dash, disengage, or dodge, and then whichever one you use, your
Right.
jump distance is double.
Right. Sweet.
All right,
And then also just one thing I'm gonna add on my turn, I'm gonna heal myself with some dice.
absolutely, and yeah, you landed your shots as well. On the ground there. Anko, where'd you go?
I just sprinted away. I'm like right behind him. I'm
Okay.
over here.
So you took the turn just running away.
Yeah, I just dashed away. That's it.
Did you want to dash? I think you would have got farther.
I did dash.
He dashed.
I dashed.
Oh,
I
you're
went
over
12
here.
squares.
This is here.
That's right.
Yeah, I went 12 squares.
Okay.
Yeah, I just ran past you.
Yeah, Van Richten and Irina are going to continue running to the west. Rictavio, in particular, appears to be intent to go in that direction. And let's see, what is there was something. So y'all can no longer see because that's just a random d20, right? Here. What you see? You see Strahd, not on fire, sort of
Damn it.
composed, walk out just briefly from behind the building. He says, does his best to compose himself. He says, make no mistake, John Cox. You now have my full attention.
Probably be like, you said that before.
Did he? I
I don't think he ever has, no.
Yes.
Not full.
Not
He
full
has
attention.
full.
Now you
We
have
have
my
his attention.
Now
but
we have
full
his-
attention.
I think
Full
this is
attention.
I think before we had
Of
his
attention.
interest.
Um,
we had his attention.
In a just very quick body language reaction to him, I'm gonna pull out my holy symbol for. I keep wanting to say Lord of Light, but that's
Morning Lord?
the Morning Lord with his symbol on it,
Well,
and I just
thank
kind of hold it in his direction with an unblinking stare.
Lathander compels you.
He sighs, he says, you know not what you've done. Disappears behind the building,
Yeah, you better run away.
and
Somewhere.
appears to be gone.
Alright, better fucking run now.
There's still a general clamor, but you all are free to proceed to the west off of this map.
I'm ready.
Run! Let's go!
Milwaukee.
I
So-
went to Irina.
Oh, sorry. And this is the thing I was forgetting. He says, "You know not what you've done." But the original offer still stands. And
We'll take it.
And he smiles and just goes behind it.
See you
And
at
he's
8.
gone.
Bye.
We'll be seeing you, Strahd.
Nice talking to you.
Well done. You rescued Rictavio and Irina. None of those things had to happen. Everyone got out alive. He didn't take any of you.
Can I
Do
call
we-
out one more thing to him?
Sure.
Do you have any dietary restrictions?
You don't get a response. He would have said something about that, but I forgot. That would have been towards the beginning of the session. Things are a little bit different now. You guys have revealed that you have the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Oh boy. Time to ditch it.
So mixed success, but well done, everyone.
As now a character thing, yeah, we gotta visit Mordecai now.
Yeah, we'll take a little break.
And I mean, definitely cemented his reaction to fire. It's very curious.
And there's more
He doesn't seem to like fire.
I mean, who does?
He doesn't seem to like being.
Well, I don't know. He likes casting fucking fireballs, so I can only
likes
know it's
being on fire.
Yeah.
We should hit him with my new mixtape.
Great.
Oh, that's
Sean,
a
go ahead and pause.
good way to start. Good way to start the
Just hit
break.
the record button.
Yeah.
Just hit the record button.
I can tell you the music's gonna be.
Like get it recorded.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready? Zoom back in. You guys are leaving the central intersection in Valaki, going past the Blue Water Inn. You look inside. There's no one inside there. Looking up, you see the whatever it's called of were ravens. Flock. Murder.
Yeah.
Squad. I feel like we made a name for it at some
Is it a
point.
murder if it's ravens still?
Crows.
I mean, crows are like that. I feel like we
No, it is not. It's some.
A rave of ravens.
I'll
go with
I'll go with a rave.
I'll go with a rave.
That's great. A group of ravens is called a conspiracy.
A
So you see a
conspiracy of
conspiracy
ravens.
of were-ravens.
Yes.
Conspiracy of ravens or parliament vowels.
It's hard to tell them apart in their hybrid forms, and you definitely don't see as many of them as you did before, but you see them in a group flying quickly to the west, southwest, preparing to leave the city. The witches, they seem to be slowly floating towards the east as well, leaving the situation. There's still a general chaos in the streets. You see people ducking behind buildings, going in alleyways, generally escaping. You see some of them holding weapons. Some of the silver hammers, some of the other ones, even in mixed groups. It seems as if there was such chaos back in the towns where people were picking up different weapons. Just random people were just defending themselves. You guys begin. You're running through. You're approaching the west gate.
Can I, as we're running, I just like to ask, what is happening here?
Absolutely. You guys have maybe,
No time to talk.
maybe a minute
We're
to talk.
escaping with our lives.
We need to get to the tower.
We're talking and running.
We need to get to the
One minute.
tower.
I'll count in my head.
Just
1
follow
minute.
us.
I can't run and talk at the same time. It's hard to run when you're talking.
I can't believe we're alive right now.
9 Mississippi.
When you're talking.
I'm like sprinting, literally.
Let's go to the tower as fast as we can.
In the tower.
Yeah.
You guys are going? Okay.
To the tower.
Following you, big man.
Yeah, before the west gate comes into sight, Van Richten says, "You really didn't know what you were getting yourselves into." Luckily, I'm not done yet. He pulls out his holy symbol of the Morning Lord. It gives a faint glow as he speaks, and it's clear that he's casting the spell. But what you guys see is he kind of places his hands to his mouth. Who can do the best loud whistle here?
Lifting whistle.
That's good.
Right.
It sounds like that. And you don't. Yeah, you don't know what you just did, but you'll all continue running.
Oh, my horse! My horse come yet?
I was like, did you
Oh
use
yeah,
a
where
horse
was your horse
steed?
coming from?
Wherever we had previously come from. Probably
So it's
the
kind of
west.
northeast.
Probably
Around
the
this
west.
time. Yeah, as you were leaving, that's where it catches up with you.
Okay.
You hop on.
So I
And actually, yeah, because you had called it, and here's when it arrives. And your bond that you have, do you know like its location all the time,
I can telepathically communicate within a mile. That's it.
Okay.
So, I do
You can communicate with it, kind of like how it come. Yeah, you see your steed approaching. It still has the same exposed rib cage that you saw. What exactly did it look like before?
It was like black with an exposed. Like it was like a black, like horse, great horse, like an exposed rib cage, like undead looking. Ugh.
Yeah.
Or fiend.
Like a fiend. This one, yeah, it's more of it's more of a deathly gray now. There are blotches as if it's almost bruises or lesions over almost its whole body. You can see some of its teeth exposed, a piece of lips missing, and so what looks like a long, dry, but still open, exposed wound across its neck.
So is this
it
running
looks,
alongside us?
It's coming right for you, appearing to be friendly. It
I mean,
definitely doesn't look the same as it did before.
If I'm like, I don't know if am I in the front of everybody or am I like?
I was pretty far
You can go
ahead,
forward
actually.
and get off the road as it.
Wait, that is my horse, and like I kind of try to beckon it to come to me.
Yeah, I'm freaked
my
the
horse.
fuck out by that.
It comes to you.
It doesn't seem like it's gonna be hostile.
I'm like
It
diving.
still seems
out of
friendly.
the way.
Okay.
It was friendly before when it didn't look like you expected, and you determined that it was a fiend.
Okay. Then I will jump on it with Irene.
Okay.
And pull
Go
Irene.
and make a religion check.
Okay.
To the city that you all were in.
12.
12. Yeah. Even with that, your connection with your steed is as strong as it always was. It obeys your commands. You're still a little concerned about how it looks like now, and you might want to maybe just do some investigation of it with whatever tools you have available to figure out something about it. Something seems strange.
Can I investigate right now?
Yeah. Well, I know that the way, what is it? The way that you investigated before was using divine sense. Do you have those?
Oh, I do have a divine sense. Yeah.
Do you want to use that?
Yeah, I'll use a divine sense.
Yeah, it's undead.
I mean, I know it's. Wait, it used to be a fiend, and now it's undead.
It's undead.
Okay. I get off and I say, protect us, and I tell it to protect us from anything that is following us for the east.
From the east? Okay. Yeah, and look, and it doesn't appear that anything is following you from the east, but it's covering that exit. As you guys run, I'm assuming down the main road to the west, the west gate comes into view. The gate is open, and at least from here, you can see a number of figures basically lined up. They're either just standing there waiting, or they're slowly entering the town.
Figures?
Yeah, and actually, have your steed make a perception check.
I don't know what it would have, so that's a roll of 12.
This is 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's able to communicate with you, right?
I don't know if it's like language. I can communicate. I can communicate with.
I think it does. It makes it smarter and such.
Oh, it understands one language. It understands him.
It understands.
It does.
Like, can you tell me?
You essentially get a message.
You communicate telepath.
Okay.
You essentially get a message from your steed saying there's something coming.
Danger.
Big, loud.
Danger. Like I just say danger, yes or no?
Its intelligence becomes 6.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily know that.
There's something coming. Okay.
And so you just hear Octavio saying, "Go, don't slow down." And he's beginning to pick up speed as he's approaching the west gate.
I'm right next to him.
Yeah, you're not sure what he's doing.
Be wary. There's something big here.
Run fast.
I'm gonna call Debbie and have her fly towards the back and ask her if she sees anything. So she's circling back.
You're sending her up.
Yeah.
To look.
Up and behind.
Yeah, so I would say around the time that she sees what it is, it's approaching very quickly, so you would see it all as well. You see something, a couple things around it at the same time. You see who it is at the west gate. Familiar face to some of you. You see Luvash. Stani.
yeah.
as well. His brother, whose name you didn't get, his brother, along with several other Vistani. They don't look happy.
Oh fuck.
And Mugosh is looking in the party's direction. And you hear a booming voice as he goes out, and he says,
He brought their daughter back.
yeah,
Didn't give him what he
says,
wanted.
"It's time to have that trial that you promised."
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah.
fisherman dude.
Yeah, he's in the ending. Go get him.
He says, "Where is he?"
Say, the city is under attack. The town is in flames. He fled. We all had to flee.
It's down the road to the right. Wait.
They're beginning to draw weapons. And then as Debbie sees what it is, comes into view behind you all as well. It's not hard to miss with the cloud of dirt rising up from behind it as it nearly takes up the entire road. You see a massive, bounding, thumping the ground every step, sounding even heavier than you could possibly imagine. What you see emerge from the frantic crowd that are diving out of the way is a massive, armored, saber-toothed tiger. Hitched to Octavio's wagon, dragging it behind it. Looking 1,000-yard stare directly past the party, right at the group of Vistani at the west gate.
What?
Well,
It passes you easily, with extreme
That's
speed.
coming from behind us?
Coming from behind you.
Diving out of the way.
Clear out of the way. Do you do anything? Any of you yell anything? Do anything at this moment as it's passing you?
just
Does it
yelling
look like
sounds.
we'd be able to hop on?
I was
it?
gonna
Can we
say-
jump on it?
Can we grab it?
Like on the wagon?
You could.
Does it seem wise?
You want to make a wisdom check? Everyone can make a wisdom check if you
I'm
want.
terrible at those.
Is that a wisdom check?
Natural 17.
I'm going to abstain. I have personally decided that is not a wise
Just
decision.
straight wisdom?
Yeah.
As the wisdom
Five.
character of the party,
11.
I have 16.
as tied for the wisdom
Yeah,
character.
you got like a 15 or more. You might think it might not be the safest idea.
Yeah.
I'm going for it.
It's good. Yeah. Who wants to
I
hop
only have
on?
I wanna
five
do it.
health, though.
You're
You
gonna
fall
hop
off.
on?
You could
How
potentially
fast
take
is it?
damage, Yeah, it's going pretty fast.
Super fast for story purposes.
I'm actually, I'm not gonna jump on. I'm gonna try to protect Irina if there's any, like kind of put my body.
I'm not
over.
particularly athletic, so I don't think
Yeah.
I'm going to be.
And is his horse running in the same direction?
No, my horse is protecting us from the
From
east.
behind.
So that my horse warned us of this coming.
Indeed. And so it could
You're
even
white.
be coming with it if
That's
you
so
want.
hard.
I want to cast guidance on myself and try to jump on.
Yeah, I think with my roll of 5, I'm probably gonna try to jump on. I was like, I'm
Okay,
just
so you're-
tired and I need to get out of here.
You're on. Well, that's what we're going to mention. I found everyone's essentially initiative little things, and I'm telling the truth. Really, the only one I didn't find was yours that had the intricate dick drawn on it. I'll let you know if I find that one.
Okay.
I mean, it's got 40-foot movement speed, so dashing would be 80 per round. We're fast.
All right.
Like 60, so
I'm,
that's not crazy.
I'm faster than it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be running ahead of it a little bit.
Okay, you're ahead of it.
Yeah.
You would be running directly at this angry group of Vistani.
Yeah, my plan is to shadow step past them.
Okay.
So basically I'm just gonna run at them.
Is there
And they don't recognize me at all.
Yeah, probably not.
So I'm just gonna be running at them and then step past them.
Okay, so that's essentially your way of getting past them.
Yeah.
You choke on them there. Anyone else? Any quick things, or are you just running?
If I'm, you said it's got a 40-something movement speed and it's probably dashing.
It's gonna be dashing.
If I dash and cutting action, I can go faster than it, so I will try to match its speed before jumping on
Okay, and is there a certain time you want to jump on it?
it. Before the Vistani,
Okay, so basically before it gets to the Vistani, you're gonna jump on.
yeah, I'm like slowing down a little bit until it catches up with me and trying to match its speed.
Okay.
Totally good at
And the rest of you are essentially just following behind it.
I command my horse to actually charge from the east and charge with the saber-tooth into the crowd of the Vistani.
Excellent.
Yes, my war horse.
Yes, these two massive.
Rictavio did not attempt to grapple to this carriage in any way, shape.
No, he didn't. He's following behind it.
Yes.
Close.
Yeah, and I'm gonna follow.
Running along.
I'm following the
Can I
path.
be like, is this a good idea?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that was the wisdom check.
Alright.
Certainly.
I mean, you didn't really have time. I'm
So-
sorry.
Hey, Mike, I still have some lay on hands.
You see, much actually even faster than the tiger, faster than any of you is Sencha. Sencha?
Yeah.
Sencha? Yeah.
Insane.
Hey,
fast
hold
for
on. Here's a question. Do you actually have any PTSD from your last experience with a wagon?
I don't think I'm. No.
It hasn't,
Yes.
It hasn't been long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
It looks like he charges, right at these Vistani, ready to engage a battle, and then just it's gone. Perhaps behind the wall. The saber-toothed tiger does the same thing it was gonna always do. And it fucking runs and does a cut almost as if to charge into multiple Vistani at the same time. This little motion has the effect of essentially turning the cart or the wagon behind it in its momentum,
Yeah.
beginning to tip the wagon as it slams into 3 of the Vistani. And your steed bashes itself into the ones on the other side, distracting them for the moment. Mike and Lip, I'm going to have you make a dexterity saving throw.
3. Not 25.
No, 7.
With guidance.
Okay.
You just do a perfect, you can guidance when you apply that at the saving throw.
Yeah.
You do a flip in the air and you land on your feet somehow. You just have so much momentum, perhaps you go in with a cartwheel and you're back. You're good. You're in your element for a second there. Back
Circus.
Back
Circus.
Circus.
Yeah.
Watch this from the gate line.
You are not in the circus.
No.
I'm gonna go ahead and say you were just simply propelled forward, and you grappling, you slam into the ground, you slide a good distance before you come to a stop. You'll go at you'll take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. That hurt a lot.
That was a bad save and a good damage roll.
Jesus Christ, I think I broke my shoulder.
Boom. But at least for the moment, it appears that these Vistani are thoroughly occupied. Y'all are free to proceed.
I'm gonna stagger to my feet and keep fucking running.
How's it looking?
Pretty bad.
Can you still run?
Yeah, and as I'm running, I'm gonna clap myself and do myself.
Brad.
So, like you said, I'm gonna jump off, kind of do a cartwheel, and then go into a somersault, but
Yep.
draw my bow as I'm somersaulting,
Totally.
and just be on one knee, making sure everyone gets past before I get up and start running again.
Yeah, and you see Lubosh especially looking in you guys' direction, and even just seeing your kind of crossbow is incentive enough for him to continue focusing on the creature that he's doing battle with.
Yeah. I'm basically saying, I don't want to shoot you, but if you try to stop us, I will.
Yeah. Maybe the last thing you see before you turn around after everyone gets past you is the tiger just boom slam its massive paw into Lubosh. You see him skitter out of sight. You're not sure.
Yeah.
You're not sure if he stands back up.
Well, definitely not friends of the Rocky or the
Not anymore.
anymore.
Not those
Oh,
ones.
he's best too. He's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I like it frozen.
Right.
At this point, you all are proceeding west.
To the tower.
Towers.
For a brief moment, there is not anything chasing you. Yeah. Even as you continue, do you have any conversation?
No.
Did everyone make it?
I think so. It looks like we actually fucking hurt that thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe talking until we're in that tower.
Is Irina with us? And
On his horse.
Rictavio?
She is.
Oh no, she is. She's not on the horse, so she's running with us.
Gotcha.
Rictavio's with us?
Everyone is with you.
I'm having Debbie still circling behind and checking for in pursuit.
My name is Sencha. Can I join you?
Sencha, I'm farted.
I'm holding 2 brooms in my hand. We're crisscross.
On go. On go. Farted.
Where did you come from?
We need to get to the tower,
As
and we
always,
need to contact Morton Highland.
There are no.
sick
I'm going to approach Irina as we're running along, and I'd like.
Her name is Irina, yes.
That's right.
I'm going to make both of us invisible.
I can accept that.
When I cast a third level of visibility, we both turn invisible.
Boom. Nice. Yeah, so there do not appear to be any pursuers coming from Valaki. You all enter the narrowing forest road. It's not long before you come across that same intersection you first met that set of the Stani assassins, what felt like so long ago, in more ways than one. Do you guys want to take the more direct path a little bit dirtier road to the north? It's a little faster than the tower.
What's the other option?
It's essentially, you're here, and this is the direct path this way, unless you want to go way around.
Yeah, let's go north.
We basically go the way we encountered you.
It seems like a little more shadowy woods.
It's now kind of like daylight, right?
Yeah, it's getting towards.
I'm gonna heal myself.
In the forest, you would have plenty of places of shadow, even if they were just scattered about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even now, it's like less than an hour after sunrise. Even there's plenty of shadows still cast long to the west as the barely rising sun floats in the east, and the forest is strangely quiet. You don't hear any wolf howls, no owls that you may have heard, no skittering in bushes, but after perhaps a few minutes in this dark place, what you see is eyes in the forest. Small and deep yellow sets, pairs of eyes.
Do I recognize these?
As
Being a monster hunter,
you know that these are wolves.
for sure. Okay.
As we're running, I would have cast Cure Wounds at level 2 on me.
You see
Anyone get some healing?
Same.
Nah, dude. I got 5 health.
I had forgotten I was attacked by wolves in these woods just this morning. In our urgency, I had forgotten.
immobile, almost evenly spaced
It's a disappointment.
throughout the forest along the road. You see just eyes watching you.
They're watching us. I'm gonna cast light on my staff and hold it up high as we run.
I'm just gonna keep running.
Yeah, I'm gonna call out and say, if you wish to speak, meet us at the tower.
You see all that out.
Mm-hmm.
I look at you and say, are these not normal wolves?
I don't believe so.
Fuck can tell the difference.
Been bit by one before.
You were bit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't say anything, we keep going.
Heard that transformation is very painful.
You go, and for not sure how fast you guys are going, it doesn't matter so much, but
Jog, probably.
the entire way that you go to the tower, you see these evenly spaced pairs of eyes watching you from the forest. If there's not an essentially endless supply of them, there's enough of them that the ones that you've left behind can
Catch up.
Yes. So it's hard to say, but you were watched the entire way to the tower. And it's as if the entire land is quiet. Even as you look above, the clouds seem to roil more gently than they have been.
Do we need run?
So even though we're being watched, the land
Right.
seems like it's
Get
a
us
little
inside.
nicer than it
Do we
was.
really
It's
need
quieter.
It's quieter.
We need to get to the tower. We'll explain later.
Actually, the clouds above,
Making it easy.
they don't seem to be moving any less tumultuously, just a little slower. But eventually, you all are able to break through the forest and see the winding dirt path that leads down to the tower on Lake Paradox.
Is that the tower you speak of?
Yes, it's safe in there.
Perhaps the only safe place in this land.
Stand back. The door has entry protections.
Thanks for the warning.
I do
Got to ask, are there any
the thing.
anything on the outside that would give an indication of what this is?
Is there a wagon?
There's no wagon, there are just scorch marks and bits of hair.
Like the actual nature of the tower. Is there any indication of arcane symbols, etc., on the outer perimeter of the tower?
You can make an Arcana check or a Perception check. We're probably Arcana for you.
20.
20. You see kind of something that some of these other people have noticed upon looking. This thing is like dangerous and close to collapsing. It looks like you're surprised that it's still standing.
If I can, I want to try to make my way over to any of the team that I know. Okay, not these two. Try to out of earshot as we approach, and I want to try to whisper, like, should we really be allowing these people into the tower? We have no idea who they are.
Good,
Just
be
randomly
smart.
appeared.
They helped us fight the demon. And to me, that's worthy.
There are many people who the demon might be an enemy of in this land. Those people could also be an enemy. We have no idea who they are.
These questions are not for me to know the answer to. But Torm guides me.
I can't fight them off even if we do tell them to leave.
You know,
Are you guys trying to whisper?
there is an old
Yeah,
saying.
I guess I probably would have whispered a little bit.
And just to be clear, are you guys going across the passage, or are you going to the tower, essentially?
The tower.
Yeah.
Where it is, yeah.
Wondering if we can hear with our passive perception.
Yeah, maybe as you're beginning to walk
Mine's
across,
not very good.
Yeah.
Great.
yeah, as you're having this conversation, first of all, you see
Yeah,
Van
I'm doing
Richten
my best. but
go ahead of you,
Probably
and
or something.
going quickly towards the tower.
I'm gonna
I
say
have a high
the
deception.
saying. There's an old saying, and that is the enemy of my enemy is probably less of my enemy than that other enemy that I'm enemies with.
I feel like they could have workshopped that a little more.
Yeah, maybe now that I think about it.
It's very wise, Mike. I've never heard more wise words except for with Boris.
I suppose we
And I look a little sad.
That Boris and Fenris might be in the tower already.
Yeah, maybe they came back here.
I'd say
And Van Richten has gone ahead of you. He says, I have preparations to make. He goes to the door. He does the...
I follow him.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Barrington as
Yeah.
the other monster hunter that
unlocks.
I spotted in the crowd.
I can't remember what you do. You open it? You open the door?
Yeah.
Sure, he opens the door. And if you're just following right behind him, he doesn't stop anyone from following.
Yeah, I'm
He
following
says-
him.
He just gives a polite nod to, you've never been in here, right? But you know what you see. These are the 4 large golems here.
Yeah.
He gives them a casual nod and he says, 4th floor. Steps onto the thing. And it means, and you
Then hop
can get on.
Go.
I'd like to try and get on if there's time.
Sure, you can get on.
If we cross the threshold, the invisible.
Hold the door.
I assume.
That's true. Even as you approach the door, before you enter.
Yeah, it's like 5 feet radius. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was
As we
invisible.
approach
Yeah.
the threshold, our invisibility fades.
Is Irina still with us?
Yeah, she was
yes,
invisible.
but she enters the tower. She doesn't get on the first elevator. But
On the elevator, I'm gonna like be catching my breath and look over and be like, "Is that your fucking tiger?"
one must be prepared for anything here.
I'll say, Jesus Christ. That was. I wish we could have had that the whole time.
Magnificent beast. It is not the devil that we fight, but him and his allies.
Just catching my breath.
And besides that, he's just kind of breathing a little raggedly.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything else as he goes up.
Do we
Are we safe here?
I'm gonna ask him, do we have to worry about the wolves?
You are on the elevator with me, yes?
Yeah.
He says, you will soon.
And I'm looking around.
That's all he says.
Yeah, I said, do we have to worry about the
We
wolves?
will see.
As
As you
safe
saw,
as we can be.
as you saw with your invisibility.
Yes. Yes. Do I know what this
I
is?
start checking like my
what
silver
is-
weapons.
This.
You can probably feel an anti-magic field.
Thank you. I'm like, do I know this is an anti-magic
You
field?
know, yeah.
Yes.
That's the question. Yes.
Yes.
Once you walk into the anti-magic field.
Try to shoot
Shoot
silver
the
short
spell.
swords, a hand
I won't
axe,
be able to.
a combat knife, and a longbow.
There you go.
This is an
I assume that eventually we'll
Shadow
catch up
dagger
with
hands, red
Tavio
goggles.
in the tower.
Are you guys all just going up to the top
Alver
floor?
for
Yeah.
Manticore for.
I noticed
Slap
that he had
myself
been bit
first, so
before. Does it look like he has bite marks in him still?
Yes. They perhaps sealed up a little bit from magical healing, but there's still even like dried blood on
Yeah. I look at them and I say, will this change you?
No.
Are you certain?
Yes.
Would you like me to clean
their
No, it was
garden.
upstairs.
You say that like
We
you've been
might
hanging
have
on
gone
before.
upstairs. Yeah, we're upstairs.
All right.
He says one must be killed by a bite and then buried. That happens to rise as one of them.
You see me cleaning.
That's info that he's giving you.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
That is how you convert a vampire.
Prestidigitation.
It's pretty nutty.
I presume that even if we had taken Strahd down today, it would not have been the end of him.
I think I absolutely agree.
So wait, if I just like fell asleep tonight under the soil after having been bitten by Strahd, I would just be a vampire?
No.
You have
You
to
have
be
to be
killed.
Yeah.
Also,
Have to be killed.
probably not you.
He would communicate that you have to have your max HP reduced to 0 by a vampire bite. You would die, and then get buried with us.
It's pointed effort to turn someone.
I just kind of
Pointed
slumped
effort?
Yeah.
down.
Pointed effort.
It's a
There you
dumb
go.
point.
I just slumped down and
Thank you.
Boris
Yeah.
Boris and Fenris are not here.
Who's that?
I think
The
Some
DM,
assholes, but they were
the
my
DM and
friends.
his NPCs begin to fade away. They stop speaking unless spoken to, allowing you all to commiserate
we're companions of ours.
for perhaps an hour or so.
They got lost in the confusion of the festival. Fenris left to the north and never came back. Debbie went to look for him, but she didn't see anything. He was already gone.
I think we should go back. Where are we?
We definitely can't go back. This is the only place we're safe.
Back. Where are we?
Oh, yeah. It's a good question.
Yeah, where are we?
Last night I was in the woods.
I chuckle and I say, L, you're in hell.
Sure seems that way.
I too started in the woods and woke up and find myself here. All I really know is that it's impossible to leave until something can conquer that demon.
At least their suspicions were proven true.
Two are new to this land. Yes.
Yes.
Barely.
Perhaps. Where did you come from? Were you traveling together?
No, I've never seen him before.
Remind me again, what was your name?
Sencha.
Sencha.
Anyone who's looking out the battlements or whatever, emerging from the forest, you see a standard size gray mare. Those of you who have seen it before know that this is Rictavius. It's the one that he had hitched up at Stockyard.
You made it.
So his,
Followed him.
yep, so his pet beast has returned.
Is it safe outside with the wolves?
As long as you're faster than they are, I don't think it should be a problem.
Not the horse. Is the horse safe outside with the wolves?
As long as it's faster than they are, I don't think it's a problem.
It begins to come. It begins to trot across the 100 feet to the
Perhaps
tower.
they should be in the tower.
Many things are faster than wolves. They still hunt.
Happy
Yeah,
trot.
but they're
Happy trot horse.
Someone should go let that horse inside.
Well, who are all of you? I mean, I know Octavio is a similar profession to mine, from my understanding.
Mike Hawk.
What about
Mike
it?
Hawk?
You got it.
He's
Wanted
a
to be so.
very good talker.
You can tell.
I think there's the circus.
Right.
Circus people.
We're
That makes sense.
Van-
Mike and
Van-
I,
Go ahead. Steven.
I would say Mike and I are the only ones now left from this service. This original troop.
Van Richten begins to tune out. He has papers that he's had in his bag. He begins to pull them out, look at them, pull out his quill out of his desk. Just begin to take a look at the papers there. Leaving the conversation.
Have you heard of Mordenkainen before?
Who hasn't?
Well,
Who's
he's here.
Mordekainen?
He's here?
He's in this land.
Where?
Wait, does Sencha know Mordenkainen is because of how famous Mordenkainen is?
Probably. Probably not.
Okay, sure.
Well, he is here in this land, and he may need his help very soon.
He needs our help.
Now, I was never clear. Did he come here by choice to fight Strahd, or does he live
He
here?
thought he would be able to defeat the evil.
You see him ponder that for a second. Anko ponders. Mordecai needs our help.
Well, we need his help more than he needs ours.
What is it you seek to do here? That we need help, that he needs help.
We saw what we fought.
Yes, a vampire. Powerful caster at that.
I have a seat on the bed and start to bandage my wounds.
Yeah. And I'm like, more along the lines of a god.
No mere vampire, but the devil himself.
Said that before. But he's not a devil.
Might as well be.
You may not speak as much infernal.
Well, actually, feel free. I mean, hey.
As far as I know, he's the ruler of this hell, and that makes him close enough to a devil for me.
Fair.
Perhaps
He took us all on alone.
Pistachio.
How do you intend to fight him? He's the lord of this land. Surely he has allies.
Well, I struck him with my silver short swords and didn't really bother him that much, but
So,
when I used my shadow powers to strike him, he seemed to not like that very much.
ineffective. Ineffective. Magic works.
I don't know if magic works or not.
I'm going to.
My powers come
I'll
from
show you
the
my
energy
weapon.
within myself.
I show you my weapon. I might say this was enough to harm him. Who would detect magic
Yeah, yes.
on it.
Faint glimmer looks like magical. Magic it is then.
Perhaps, since you two are new, we should catch
Haze
you up.
them.
Mike,
What'd you
we're
say?
not in the circus anymore.
Haze them.
We can't do that. It's only us
Just a
now.
little bit.
It's only us. But perhaps we should catch you up with what happened when we first came leading up to now.
Would appreciate that.
Well, who are all of you?
By quick thing, can we safely assume that you guys are essentially like hanging out today because you had your asses kicked?
Yeah,
maybe
this is
take
gonna
a,
be-
I have
take a
two
long
spells.
rest.
Long rest, for
Yeah.
sure.
That's what we've done. Now, one thing,
Hit points above death.
the one thing that happens that you guys notice, it's less than an hour after you arrive that you see slowly emerging from the forest a very familiar black carriage,
No. Way too soon.
controlled by two black horses who walk very calmly, and they just actually what you see is they walk up. It's almost as if they align the carriage close to the water, as close as can be safe, and everyone can make a perception check, assuming you're looking at this point.
I'll look.
26.
26.
18.
That was a natural 27.
24.
Okay, so Essentia, and here you notice the, whatever you call them, the harness, the restraints that attach the horse to the carriage. It appears that they undo themselves and just fall down limp. And the horses need to almost animate a little bit, acting a little more like the horses that one of them even begins to graze at the edge of the water. Here's they're just hanging out.
Go take a look.
You might be able to safely assume that there's no big rush to get in. But again, the offer stands. And by that measure, because you guys would know, 1 week from when you sent that message to him originally,
This is the fourth or fifth day?
there he's there.
Fourth day?
This is the fourth day. So not tomorrow or the day after, but the day after that is when you said you would
Dawn of the last day.
take his
Start
vacation.
coming.
Yeah, but
And it seems like
If we don't
only
go,
if you arrive by then is your passage there and back guaranteed.
We were at
according to
5.
what he said.
Yep.
How long, does anyone know how long the journey is to Castle Ravenloft?
A day. Maybe like less
So
than
yeah,
a day.
less than a
hours.
day.
With the horses, yeah,
Okay.
less
Less
than
than a day. We travel on foot
What
in
is
a
this
day.
about?
You could hop in the morning and be there by nightfall.
trying to stress. I'm just trying to.
Remember that guy we just fought?
Yeah.
We're gonna go have a dinner party with him.
Wow.
Because he's going to continue to borderline torture us with his nearly endless sight and ability to reach us in the most inconvenient times.
This is the only place that we found where he cannot spontaneously appear and harry us.
Magic. Once again, not a powerful caster.
Indeed.
More powerful than I, at least.
Have we properly introduced everybody to you guys?
Here.
We have plenty of moments to do so.
I'm Lippincott.
Hi.
I'm Sencha Machka. I have been hunting beasts for a long time. Now that we're in the light, you guys can tell the furs that I'm covered in. I've got like a manticore mane on my shoulders, and I have like owlbear pelt like kind of covering me up, and my boots are like they're another fur that you don't necessarily recognize. All of these are trophies from work. So,
They're hunting the most dangerous game now.
This land will give you no shortage of prey.
Do we know how old this vampire is? That goes a long way.
Hundreds of years, if not more.
Might as well be ageless to us.
Do we know anything about Strahd?
Octavio, do you know how
Not
old
much at all.
he is?
Barely looking up from his papers that he's working on, he barely makes eye contact with you as he looks back. He says, "Oh, he is the first vampire."
That's awkward.
Hey, inside that?
Holy shit.
Doesn't appear to be deceiving you. He believes it.
First. How you understand why he's
I wonder how he became the first. They've always come from somewhere.
Right?
an egg, maybe.
Well,
Begs
everything
the
that has
question,
a beginning
what
has
is
an
vampires?
end.
Really does.
How long has he reigned over this land? Does anyone know when this darkness began?
We've barely been here a week. Not much longer than you.
The local people, those of Laki, the Vistani, they seem changed. How long has Strahd reigned here for generations?
That's what it seems.
More
It's
than
the
a few.
first vampire.
I imagine it's been millennia.
I'll make a Arcana check.
Thank you. 20 again.
Yeah, what you probably know about vampires, they've existed for hundreds of years,
Okay.
vaguely.
Okay.
Really, the origin of vampires is not really known. But the general idea is that they're beings infused with the dark energy of some sort.
Gotcha.
Also, how much of a chance do we have if this place has been possessed for hundreds of years? Ousting a being this powerful from his home territory, it seems impossible.
This sounds like we should escape. We should leave. Seek aid elsewhere.
We still have friends here. I won't go without them.
I pull out my simple Torm, the Paladin of Torm, and it is my duty to be here to fight this devil.
It's all well and good, but if you're dead, it's worthless.
How many other paladins do you think have come to this place?
He took us on alone.
I think we need to get more powerful.
If we can get out of here, what's to stop him from getting out of here?
Why hasn't he? How big is this place?
I don't know.
Barovia, how large is this place? Do we know?
I have no idea.
It seems to be its own plane.
Yes, but how large?
Ricavio.
Mike and Tyr, you're pretty confident, Mike and Farden, you're pretty confident that you've seen the eastern and western edges of Barovia.
How big could we estimate it then?
Estimated.
Yeah.
Just numbers wise.
Intelligence check?
Size-wise,
Yes.
I could intelligence check that with my -1.
Do we have a map?
There is
Yeah,
not.
he has a map of the road.
No, I mean, do we have a map? Like an
In
actual
character.
map?
You don't have a map.
Okay.
If you had a map.
Yes, that's why I was like, do we have a map?
You can say maybe it's around 20 miles across. 20, 25?
About 20 miles.
It's small then.
We can assume a short rest period.
Absolutely.
At least one of us, yeah.
And you know, and the place feels much longer because a lot of the roads are winding and indirect.
It's not terribly large.
Small then. Why would he stay here? If it's so small, he could expand his rule.
The only
Clearly, it's
reason he's
powerful.
stayed here is I look over at Irina and I say, maybe I shouldn't say it, but there's someone who is very dear to him.
How do we find out more about it?
Supposedly this Amber Temple that he alluded to, that we wanted to go to, supposedly has information on him.
is this not a place under Strahd's control? Why wouldn't he destroy any secrets that could lead to his downfall?
For that, we must find out more.
You say you can be anywhere at any time.
If it's
He
been,
seems.
Seems that way.
It seems that way, we don't know.
if it's been this long, I can only surmise that there are certain places that he can't tread. So, given that, the instruments of his own unmaking are likely lying about somewhere beyond his reach. Seems like he's just as much trapped here, unable to alter his situation as we are, which is why he might be so concerned with the lives of interlopers.
He mentioned the Amber Temple when he was in Blocky. He seemed to want information about it. Perhaps even if he doesn't know where it is.
Which also suggests that there's something inside it that interests him.
How can he find out
What's-
where it is?
What's there? Why are we so certain that this place is important?
Rictavio speaks up. He says, "You're wrong about one thing. Strahd's home is well within his grasp.
Then why would we need to go to the Amber Temple?
Because that's where it is. I've mentioned to some of you before that he has ways to travel about this land from within his castle.
So we'd be walking.
From within his castle.
If he knows that's where the tome is, we'd be walking into an ambush.
Is it a specific place in his castle?
In the crypts.
The crypts. Do you know? Can he travel to multiple locations? How does this work? Do you know how this works?
So you're not very patient, are you? And we see that he's writing, perhaps beginning to write a description, draw a diagram, something.
I just don't have any information. I just arrived.
Yeah, he just puts a hand up. He just goes back to his work.
I think we should say everything that we know from the beginning. And with that, I would move on to explain literally like the death house.
We have a whole day to go through and explain what's happened.
All right,
more or less.
so
The
you
death
guys
house.
recap us on everything.
When we first saw him, what we learned there.
Well, we got like an hour to
Pro-
actually
prophecies.
talk it out, guys.
Yeah, the prophecies,
Yes, that's for discussing
the
what comes
winery,
next.
etc. Just the recap. You guys would know out of character.
I was going to say, for the sake of actually expediting our conversation, when we move to like mid-meta talking with our characters, talk as we intend and assume our characters are following suit.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yep, more or less. Okay, what are we doing next?
Awesome.
So that's where we are now.
What are we doing next?
And that brings us up to speed.
Yep.
Well,
Like I said, I think we need to get in touch with Mordenkainen as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
So we do that.
This symbol of Ravenkind you have here.
the one that I told you about just now.
It was a big deal when it was revealed to him, was it not? It's a powerful symbol.
I kind of looked a little
Vampires.
sheepish, like I kind of acted without thinking. Like,
Creates
Without
true
that-
sunlight.
I think you did that, and then Strahd immediately told you that you made a terrible mistake.
yeah, well, like now I'm like realizing like my stupidity. I'm like, sorry guys.
I put a hand on your shoulder and I say, "You did what you did to make sure that we made it out of there alive. Even though in the long run it may make things harder for us, some of us might not have walked away from there if not for that."
I tried to resist using it. but I heard you crying, telling me to use it, and you looked like you were going to get killed by him.
You did the right thing.
I couldn't help it.
It's fine.
Got his attention at the very least.
Well, it's full attention.
It's full attention indeed.
But Mordenkainen has this magical mansion that he just creates a door. And I think if we bring it to him, and he's so smart and powerful, he can just keep it
So
safe.
you know how to find it.
I don't. I just know he was by the
Anybody
door.
know the sending?
It's a magical door. And that's
Magical door.
Yes.
What's beyond the
message?
magical door?
A mansion.
A mansion.
Sending.
With a mansion inside of it?
That sounds like I don't know what you're talking about.
That's incredible.
Octavio, do you have you've been able to contact us telepathically before. Would you be able to do this to Mordenkainen
This is I have expended my energies for the day.
on the morrow?
The last one was to call Priscilla.
Yeah.
Well, how you doing?
Also, that's how we called the tiger as well.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
As an aside, since we did say semi-meta, are we leveling up after this?
La Tigra.
How would you know?
I don't know, but if we were, my character would be working in his spell work actually. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can always assume that you're doing that if you want me to. At some point.
Working on his spell.
I'm
Like,
sure that this is the
discussing
smartest
that.
idea to rid ourselves
Right.
of the amulet, which could potentially aid us in a critical moment.
Yeah, what's the plan? Are we going to try and are we gonna just ignore the carriage and go to try and go to the Amber Temple, or are we gonna try and find Mordenkainen, or are we gonna hop in the carriage?
We have 3 days before we need to be there.
Yeah.
What can we do in 2?
Probably one objective. If we set out immediately to do it tomorrow and then finish it by day's end.
I don't think we even know where the Amber Temple is.
You just know where somebody is who knows where it
You
is.
said there was a man who knows.
Who was that?
That
It's a
dust
dust in
in the village that they hate us now. So
That we
Yes.
can work
Yes.
around. That's
yeah, you could turn invisible.
So maybe we find
Yeah.
Pluto and bring him as a peace offering.
I can turn one other invisible as well.
You could turn invisible. You could just go in there and find it.
also Kazdar is a law-abiding
Right.
citizen that we know.
I don't know this man. It would be
Oh.
very difficult.
You turn one less invisible to go.
I
Or
thought-
we could contact
Much-
Kazdar, who's a law-abiding citizen, ask Kazdar to do the work for us because Kazdar has been looped in on this situation. Kazdar was still part of the
Yeah, you're
whole
initially-
ritual.
Yeah.
Yes.
Information was first given.
Yes.
Still think that we must not go to the Vistani without a peace offering. We've clearly upset them.
They don't have to know that it's us getting the Dusk Elf. The Dusk Elf is not a Vistani.
But what's our plan?
Levash might not even
Watch
know.
Yeah.
What are we doing next?
I
We'll
feel
see.
like no matter what, we need to seek out Mordenkainen.
Yes.
We need we need weapons.
We must.
We need weaponry against Strahd, essentially. I mean, that's what we're setting out to acquire here, we're not.
Yes.
We should ask Morning kind of for advice in the morning and take it from there.
Right.
Do we have a way to communicate?
I assume
In the
tomorrow
morning, we'll be able to send him a message.
arcane reserves have replenished themselves.
I think if we raid the Amber Temple, that would help us some time.
But what's there?
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
On how to potentially beat Strahd, which
Knowledge
to
is
me
power.
might as well be a weapon. So we need to.
Yeah, but who says that's the only thing there too?
We begin.
Right.
If we didn't make it back in time, our passage would not be secured.
We would not have safe passage. You said he can be almost anywhere at any time. He always seems to show
No.
up wherever.
At this rate, he'll find us if we don't get back in time. If for all I care, let's leave a note on the outside of the carriage saying we'll be back in a couple days, and at which point we will enter the carriage. Or we can take the carriage with us.
Strahd seems
Do we
too proud to go for something like that.
do we know how long
In
it
which
would
case, he'll find us.
take to travel?
We don't even know where this temple is yet.
We didn't.
I think that we need to communicate with Mordenkainen and wait.
Right. So
I'll say you can safely assume that if you make the expedition to the Amber Temple, you will not get back in any way. In time for the deal. Yeah.
Perhaps we should hold off on that until.
But both are valid options.
we could at least spend our energies locating the Amber Temple so that whenever we presumably leave Strahd with safe passage, we can just make our way to the Amber Temple, should we know where it is by that point, in which case all we have to do is 2 days to locate this Dusk Elf and then get the information we need from him.
Yeah.
Make our appointment with Strahd, and then we're wide open to not have to make Strahd's appointment and do literally anything else.
That sounds good. We should take take his offer of safe passage, assuming that that's going to hold. And
It'd be nice to see him without fearing him killing any one of us at a given moment.
Yeah, and maybe like take the portal out because we're safe passage back, but he didn't say which route.
We don't have enough information there. That sounds so incredibly dangerous.
With what, going to see Strahd?
No.
Oh,
Finding a portal out. We should just accept the safe passage out.
I agree.
We don't have enough information.
I think trying to trick Strahd will definitely not turn out well. He's clearly a lot smarter than all of us.
I think if we play along and keep our intentions guarded, our mouths shut, we can live through it and probably formulate another plan in safety once we know what his exact intentions are for us.
I agree.
So he knows we have this amulet now.
Yes.
Right.
If we don't show up with the amulet, he'll know we hid it somewhere.
Right. But I'm assuming, given that the fact that this tower has been safe thus far, we could leave the amulet here for another day. I assume trying to hold him within his own keep is not going to have any notable effect.
Door only required a dance to get in. This is not a secure location.
It's as secure as any else. Strahd doesn't know the dance.
It's on the door.
It is on the door.
Is this the point where you take it off the door? Because you can take it off.
We'll take it off.
Was it a sign that was
Sure.
on the door?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Also, could something like this be dispelled?
How are we still
You
alive?
just open the door. An anti-magic field? Do I have to make an Arcana check for that?
For
Can
what?
something?
Can you dispel an anti-magic field with a more powerful...
Probably not.
Like...
And would it be the person who
I feel
created
like I
the
need to
field would
read
have
the
to
dispel
release
magic.
it? Yeah, whoever lays the field has to be the one to
Right,
release it because it's
I
some
feel
sort
like I
of...
have to read that spell.
Respell magic.
And again, he could just use like I don't know, one of his like mini armies to just destroy the tower.
I mean, right? It's
With physical power.
Adventure Time already solved this. If somebody creates an anti-magic field, you have to get to the center of the anti-magic field, find the thing that created it, and then punch that fucking thing out.
Yeah, it's also the Burn the Dawn, the classic. End of series.
Well, it sounds like we figured that out. I think as far as hiding,
Rictavio speaks up, sorry, at a slightly awkward moment. He says,
Octavio, you dick.
I have not the details. But I can tell you where his teleporter is. He says with a smile.
Anti-magic
Isn't it called a portal?
Cannot.
No,
Sorry, continue.
it's not a portal. He's gonna roll.
Teleportal.
It's not a portal in the traditional sense.
Explain.
It's a device.
Whatever it is, it's actually giving him a tether back. He seemingly is able to move freely back without having to reactivate, so...
Can we take the device with us?
I doubt it.
Is it stationary? So it's...
This would require.
device!
Can we break the device?
You all? I'm sure you could.
Okay.
We seem to break everything else we touch.
This is a
He says
teleportation
with
device
confidence.
that's
Here's a question though. We go into his home with the promise of safe passage and break his own treasures. Will he still grant us safe passage?
Again, I feel this is unwise.
He's like, and what is the objective of destroying it?
To prevent him from traveling around.
And yourself as well.
We just want to pee in his Cheerios.
Oh, you guys. You can all leave through the teleporter.
So
You can all leave through the teleporter.
Yeah.
If you could destroy it.
I'll destroy the teleporter.
That would... You would die.
I'm gonna go take a quick walk around the lake and bathe the crusted blood off of me because
We could...
I have 1 HP.
We
So
could step outside and I could clean you up, too.
no, I'll just step outside.
Really.
They have something they need to explain to you, and I leave.
yeah.
Also, I have
You
to
leave? Yep. Well, excellent.
Well, we actually would have in the description would have
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you would have heard that he
Yeah,
comes
just-
back.
And then
comes
I
back
died.
like-
I died also.
Yeah,
Connects
now
with
is when
this
you-
guy.
I think we conveniently let that out.
We like forgot. Like, oh yeah, by the way.
Yeah.
For sure, dude.
We've watched Strahd kill him twice now.
Twice?
Wait, no, we only saw him die once.
Strahd has killed him twice now. Oh,
Uh,
you're back.
Bound to this place? I don't understand.
There are two.
yeah, but I'm already sitting again.
I saw his skull ripped from his skull.
Yeah.
And then I saw him
That sounds
wander naked from the woods the next day.
horrifying. How does
You
one
see
rip a
Sansa
skull
go like
from-
this, like
In through the eye socket,
Like-
behind this
Yeah.
face meat, and then out as hard
Oh,
as
so
you
he
can.
tore your face off.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally.
He tore his face.
So
off.
that's the beast before.
When we had first met him, he only had one hand, and now he has both hands.
You came out whole.
Well, they destroyed my body, as most of my head was missing. It was a final request to my friend here, and it worked too well.
Tyr, I feel like you haven't really opened up to us on what happened here with you. Why do you think you're like this? Who are you?
How did you come back?
As far as I can tell, the devil has cursed me.
And that feeling, new feeling,
Mm-hmm.
for once it's starting to fade to really background at this moment.
It's probably when I'm so animated and
It
jovial.
doesn't feel like it's particularly pulsing or anything right now.
Oh, thank God.
It's quite neutral.
Yeah.
Tyr, who are you? Like, what brought you here originally? What happened to you?
I was a traveling swordsmith and instructor of the blade, wandering to hone my craft and teach open minds. And in my journeys, I found myself here. And I found myself here for a long enough time that when I realized I couldn't escape, I helped take care of some of the local wolf populace for the citizens of Milwaukee. And I must have drawn too much attention to myself because Strahd sought me out personally, as well as his top lieutenant.
And that is how you arrived with us without your hand.
Correct.
why don't you know where the Amber Temple is yet?
I only knew about the Amber Temple once I had come across this group.
Interesting.
These prophecies you spoke of, they're legitimate.
Wait, what? Oh, you mean the ones from the old lady?
Not amazed.
As far as we know, you see.
I was recruited by one of their former teammates who came from the circus with them. He had informed me that there was a group that were looking to deal with Strahd in some capacity and earn their freedom from Barovia, knowing that earning your freedom from this place is just but a cruel lie of hope. I sought them out and hoped to join my efforts with theirs to mixed success.
And the more you guys keep talking, the more I'm like, banishment instead.
Banish yourself.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna leave now. Deuces.
Can you banish yourself?
You can.
Yep.
It just forces you to make a save.
Oh.
You force yourself to make a charisma saving throw, and then if you fail, you teleport away.
Couldn't you just choose to fail your own save if you cast something at
Yeah.
yourself that requires
You
a
can always
save?
choose to fail a
If
save.
you're considering leaving us here, then go. But if you want to make a difference and actually help, we'd be happy to have your help.
I also just want to see if it's possible.
Right?
Yeah. Because you could
I'm
return.
sure you could
couldn't
find a different traveler to banish.
Could not.
It's like nobody can left.
Banish.
If you were able to leave and get help,
That is the expectation. I'm gonna alert my order. Return. And maybe I'll come back.
Maybe you should
But
speak
no matter
with
what.
Mordenkainen first.
No matter what.
See what he has to say on the subject.
You could go there for less than a minute and come back.
Mm-hmm.
even if he leaves and doesn't come back, we'd still be in a better position than we were at the start of this day. This dude just showed up, and now we have a chance at bringing greater forces against Strahd.
Where's Boris? And where's Fenris?
Don't know.
Would any of them have left anything by if they came by here before?
Is there anything?
I can.
There is, actually.
Oh.
What is there?
There's a note wrapped around a wand on the bed, on the pillow.
I read it.
says deuces.
I didn't prepare what it said, but it's basically
Of course,
like
it's what
a,
it's saying.
it's basically like a farewell. Like you guys make super foolish decisions, and I just can't like deal with this anymore. So I'm gonna go try and do things on my own, and I shouldn't be needing this anymore.
I
What is that? The
look
magic?
at the paper.
Quantum missiles.
You see me frown, and I hand it to you, and I say, "They've abandoned us."
I
For a sense.
take it out of Farden's hands. I open it up and I read the letter to Farden. I know you don't read so good,
I can read. It would just take me.
I know,
was in the
I
middle of getting
know.
my glasses.
but which is why I'm like expedite the process. I will read it out loud for everybody's benefit, not just Farden.
You see,
Terrible
I
decisions.
kind of have a tear. As I realize Boris is up.
You cannot possess
Terrible
me.
decisions.
I suppose
Turtle
Yeah,
leaving
yeah,
is not
yeah,
much
yeah,
different
yeah.
than him dying.
That's
He is dead to me now.
Mike, don't. Boris
Yeah,
is
I don't
just
make the
doing
best
what he thinks
decisions
is right.
always, but
And we have to
He's
respect
abandoning us.
He, not everybody is built for this deed. I just hope that he is safe.
I can't imagine him settling into a quiet life in a place like this. He's doomed himself as well as us.
He's gonna go hide like I don't know, many other folk. So,
He was a powerful ally. Their arrival was quite fortuitous.
we don't know what happened to Fenris though. He's gone.
traveled out east.
He can travel about quite freely as a wolf.
It's true.
Perhaps he'll come back.
I mean, just living your life out as one of the wolves of Barovia, I mean, they do pretty well for themselves.
Right?
Plenty to eat.
It's like, yeah, you always find food.
Maybe Fenris will pull a Nigeria like
Yeah.
for a pack.
Or maybe
No.
next time those werewolf guys come
It's
to talk
too
to us,
confident.
Fenris will be with them.
No.
yeah.
Well, it seems that we have at the very least, decided that we should seek out Mordenkainen first thing.
Yes.
He might have some knowledge about the Ember Temple or any other direction.
Or can point us in the direction of the Dusk Elf that seems to know the location.
And at some point, I would like to ask Van Richten if he knows anything about the history of this place. This place specifically, the tower. Why is this here? An anti-magic field is quite powerful. Why is this here? It's a good question, and I think he would know. Let's take a look.
Well, I grabbed these two from the fallen witches, these two brooms, if anyone wants to use them.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Yeah, the two ranged people.
It's very hard to hide when you're in the air, though.
Oh yeah, you can't do
You
hiding.
won't hide much
It's true.
during.
Alright, I give out the brooms.
Fuck yeah. Thanks, dog.
Yeah, and what
I'm an assassin.
what Rictavio will say is
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it's kind of hard to hide when you're in the air.
Not if they don't look up.
I mean, that's true. They know you're there.
What Rictavio says is this tower was built long ago by a wizard who worked with Strahd himself. The very same who helped him construct his castle.
Sensing they had a falling out.
And then he says, Kazan. You guys know this name.
Yes.
But when he speaks it, in this room, the suit of armor against the wall springs to life. With a clank. Draws his weapon, appears to stand ready.
Oh shit.
Kazan, sit.
I don't think he follows. He says it's an activation word. It's not its name.
Kazaf.
Oh,
You're on a roll today.
Let me see your character sheet. If you have inspiration, no longer.
No longer.
Okay, you don't. You're lucky. No, as far as I remember, this thing is under. Indeed.
What is it supposed to do?
Uh,
Is it dance?
Have you encountered one of these before?
I
So it
can't
look
say that I have.
Does it look like the other golems?
I'm a monster.
It's a suit of an animated suit of armor.
It's animated armor.
Animated. It's a suit of animated armor.
Mhm.
Yes, of course.
They're made to fight.
Yes, they're quite commonly used as guards.
Oh, I guess
That would have been good to know those other times you were staying here.
none of the creatures that I've hunted have used
You
that.
like
guards.
He looks over to it and he says, accompany them. And the suit of armor appears to almost shift a little bit in regard to the group riding on Rictavia
Thank you.
as he continues to write.
Fantastic. Yeah.
What commands can we give this one? How's it programmed?
It follows your commands. Like anything else. Just make sure to speak the word every 24 hours to maintain control.
Kazan.
It doesn't do anything exactly.
Go down and scrape that
Fluff
dance off
the pillows on the bed.
off the door for us.
It's like,
How does this?
I
and
lay
it
down.
does. It appears to be following your
Oh,
orders.
it's a bummer.
I lay down and I say, "All right, everyone, I'm fucking exhausted.
Also,
I nearly died.
But yes, you guys have
Going to sleep.
you guys have pet animated armor now.
I really need to
I was
sleep.
paying attention before. You guys never said the word Kazan in this room before.
That's really funny.
I was paying close attention.
Well,
Come here. Here's the armor.
Your purchase.
Can I pull its head off? Can I reach up
Can
and
you,
pull
can,
its
you,
head off?
can you normally? On a suit of... It doesn't connect at all?
I mean, can I
Yeah.
and look
yes.
inside?
Yes. It's hollow.
It's hollow?
Like animated armor.
Any runes or anything? How does this thing fucking work?
It's an animated armor. It's
Yeah,
not...
yeah.
It's like, how the fuck does this... My character's just like, how the fuck does this thing work?
You know
This
how
is-
animated armor works.
Yes, but this is an anti-magic field. That's why it's like, how the fuck does this thing work in here?
Ah, I see.
He's like,
do,
what
you,
the...
do you ask this?
Sure, if Rictavio can answer the question.
Yeah. He said, Kazan made this place so that only his magic would work.
Is Kazan still alive?
Oh god, that's even harder.
And you would do that correctly.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. Yeah.
A selective.
Yes.
Permanent.
And permanent anti-magic field. That's actually just like,
Badass.
no, that's like 9th level. Yeah.
Good call, though.
Archmage shit.
Thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah.
yeah, I think we should rest out and
Yeah, bedding down.
recover ourselves.
I would argue the man who built this tower rivaled Mordenkainen.
I think if we need to hide that symbol of Ravenkind, I think the best place to hide it is going to be in a really deep river.
You know, but what about Mordenkainen? He can make a door appear out of nowhere and go to a place that is.
What if we can't reach Mordenkind?
Well, I guess
Or what if we can't reach him?
We'll leave a
need-
message.
Okay. We're just gonna wait.
I could leave a message.
I also think we should just bring the amulet with us because we've been promised safe passage there and back. And if
It's not my amulet.
he's lying to us, then we won't make it out of there alive anyways.
He could still take the amulet from us and let us go and be.
Said we would be unmolested.
Wait, did he?
I don't remember those words. I just
I
remember
just-
saying
He said he would give us safe passage.
Which in my mind means he will not harm us.
That
Harm us, yes, maybe not.
Let's go with that one.
doesn't necessarily
He
mean
Either he's
He
going to
can
follow
take
that
things,
or
he
he's
can demand
or
the
he's not.
amulet.
be
And we will say no, and if he tries to fight us, that means he is breaking his word to us.
I don't think it likely that he'll let us leave with the amulet.
Again, we should most certainly hide. He guaranteed us safe passage out.
Either a deep river seems reasonable, but what if he has some means of finding it?
I don't think we can play hide and seek with
It's also-
Strahd. He's always been able to find us easily.
There's also no guarantee he can't just summon a hand and grab it either.
Who's to know if he's not watching us every moment that we're outside of this tower?
Him or one of his agents will inform him.
I can tell
I
you,
don't think hiding it outside of this tower would be wise.
You would know, especially now that he knows it exists.
Mm-hmm.
It would not be too difficult for a wizard to track
and find it. No.
You know that it locate objects, second level spell, 1,000
Feet.
etc.
It's easy enough to find it. You can find us. You can find it.
He would have had no reason to try it before.
Yeah.
But now he does.
Either here with us or with Mordecai if we can find him.
Maybe one of us can stay behind in this tower with it.
I wouldn't recommend us compromising our might.
Again,
And I look
this
at
place is
Rictavio.
not secure.
Let's take the sign off the door.
We're assuming he doesn't already know the dance, for goodness sakes. He's hundreds of years old. This place is only 20 miles wide. He knows this is here.
Rictavio, what do you have to say about that?
About what?
And I
How
assume he
safe
can
is this
enter.
place from
Not at all.
This place is not secure.
Why are we here?
It's the best we've got, isn't it?
Where do you think the best place to hide the amulet would be?
Again, the only safe place, it seems, would be Mordecai. You see a pocket dimension?
I don't know
It's
what that
insane.
is. I don't know what that is.
He's quiet for a moment after Blank asks that question, and he says, "When I told you before that all those who I befriend come to ruin, I meant it. So I cannot help you with that." He says, "Luckily for you all," he smiles. He says, "You're not my friends."
Well, you've gone an awful long way out of your way to help us. It's hard to say you're not our friends when you've done all that you did for us.
You can help people without being their friend.
I wouldn't.
For all we know, he could hate your guts.
You hate my guts, Lip.
No, of course not.
Rictavio gets
I don't know about him,
ironic
though.
after you say that. Goes back to his work.
When you shot Strahd in the stomach, when he had his hands on me, that made us friends.
Yeah, I would say our friendship runs pretty deep.
That's fair, but I'm just talking about him. And I just point at him.
Wait.
Yeah, remember that one time when you were being held by Strahd and he freed you from him?
I just kind
Anyways.
of push my finger into one of the holes that Strahd left in me and pull it out, like a gallon of blood comes in and just kind of look at him.
Wait, what if?
I think what Rictavio might mean is that it's best for him not to be our friend.
I catch your
A
drift.
real curse, then.
I look at
One not easily
Rictavio
dispelled.
and I sarcastically say, "I'll try my best not to get attached."
When I say, well, for good measure, and I walk up to him and kind of punch him in the leg. Charlie Horson.
You doing it?
Just straight up. It's a hard Charlie Horse.
Not trying to damage him, just hitting him in the leg.
He quickly reaches out and just on the back of your neck. He gets your neck. You left it.
And then I say, very good. And then I go lay down. There's nothing wrong with a little rough house.
Says now you're getting it.
There's an alternate thing we can do. Irina has a necklace that prevents, as far as we know, Strahd's eyes. What if we gave it to her and had her...
And put her in the bottom of a river.
There are ways to make that happen.
Mike.
Without killing her, I mean.
Why?
No.
Strahd can go in the water, can't he?
But if he doesn't know that she's there, why would he go looking underwater for something that he doesn't even know is
Or
there?
you may
Conjure a sphere of
Have you?
flame around an individual. He doesn't really like fire.
Yeah, or
Actually, yes, I can.
we could make a ring of fire around this tower or something.
It doesn't look like it did extra damage to him. He didn't like being on fire.
I don't know anything like getting fire except for a fire elemental.
One of you is pedestrian.
RBG maybe too.
Well, I still think
Hell,
I'm tired beyond any
Fire-
useful
fire
reasoning
giants.
at this point, so I'm just gonna bed down. Wait for morning.
Still think putting Arena on the lake or river is a good idea. As long as she's alive.
Not any of those Jedi.
So how long can we keep her under there? Actually, I'm going to sleep.
Wait, does a woman
catch
catch
water breathing?
Give you water
Swimming
breathing.
speed, no.
you can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Yes, so I can
Give
give
her
the cloak of
that.
manta ray.
Oh my
For
god,
what?
give her that.
Stay
Put
underwater.
her.
You've
No,
never
she
given
has
us
to
look at the
eat.
mandarin?
She has like.
Yeah, okay.
No,
She can just
She'll
swim
take it.
fish.
She's not going to live underwater.
Wait,
but she'll
She
take
doesn't
it.
have to live underwater. Just
Why are we
stay
giving
there.
away a cloak of the manta ray?
Live
Hold
underwater.
on, wait, stop.
Yeah, your turn.
Stop.
Right.
I'm like, wait, stop. Do not give Irina the cloak of the manta ray.
If you're going to give a woman a magic item and put her in the lake, it can't be a holy symbol. It needs to be a sword. You need to go get the sword.
No, we don't need that tart walking any swords out of the water. That's how religion starts. Bad. I know you can make a religion out of this, but no. Spoiler alert, know where this winds up. Guilty children.
As you guys are arguing the virtues of giving Irina the cloak of the manta ray and the holy symbol, and letting her keep the necklace and putting her in a lake,
It's literally giveaway. What does Irina think?
she
about
says,
all
"I'm
this?
going west.
Why?
It's not safe here. Not safe in both.
How far west?
Where else?
What's west?
Is there a part of this land that's out of Strahd's clutches?
But I'll take as far as I can get. And Krezk is well fortified.
Krezk. Any of you been to Krezk?
We had not.
Small,
Supposedly there was a holy man there.
but they will take care of me.
Well, seeing it's like the one place in Barovia we haven't been, should we just go there and turn over the Amber Temple?
Maybe that could be what our day. Could we get there and
It's
spend
we
the
can
day
travel
and get
at
back
5 a day.
and then make it in time for the dinner?
I would say yeah, probably.
What would we be searching for?
Probably
Just
do,
there to meet this holy man.
yeah, doing your search for Mordenkainen and everything, that might take a day. If you went to Krezk and perhaps back, or maybe the carriage is going to follow you, that would maybe essentially be another day.
We have 2 days.
But yeah, so you could go to Krezk or search for Mordenkainen and accept the invitation at the same time. You said.
Krezk and Mordenkainen?
Or one of those.
Because it's still going to take like
You can assume that
however long to get there.
yeah, you can assume you'll hop in the carriage like late morning and get there by night.
It's like 8
I think
miles.
finding Mordenkainen's priority right now.
We're like west of.
Yeah.
Valaki's kind of towards
So that's the
center of
thing.
Barovia.
That's the thing.
So
How does
Like,
the
with
road itself? Yes.
with
How
the
long
road.
is the road? That's what I'm asking. Like 8-10 miles on the road, or? Because we're more than halfway across. You said it's like 20
Maybe 10. Yeah,
Yeah.
10 miles.
10 miles?
around,
Okay.
with the winding roads and
10
everything.
miles. 10 miles is like half a day's walk.
Well, with Rutavio's magic, you can try to communicate with Mordenkainen.
I can.
No, at least give us a hint as to where he is. Whether or not this.
Again, wait.
Yeah, I think maybe we could take our long rest now and actually try to contact Mordenkainen to see what our chances are.
May be able to find his door. Just saying.
No, that
I
one.
think
You know where it is.
regardless of
At
what
least
we're
where
going
it
to
was,
do, we're
right?
going to
Yeah.
have to take a long rest right now. So I think we should just do that.
Yeah, so we can talk about things forever, but let's talk to Mordenkainen.
So
You
I'm
know,
gonna
find the
go
first
to
plan
bed.
is after that go to Mordenkainen.
Are we all kind of on board with the plan then?
I think we're just gonna see if we can contact Mordenkainen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems.
That seems like it takes the least amount of time to just literally try to talk to him.
Yeah, get that out of the way. We'll get the information we need to, and then we
If
can
we find him early
what we
tomorrow.
actually do next session.
That's the thing. If we leave first thing in the morning, we find him early in the morning. If we can find him before noon, we could still travel.
It's true.
It's possible.
Like 6 hours of travel or something like that for 10 miles with a couple of rests is reasonable.
You could try to do both.
Okay, so long resting.
So you guys are able to long rest. You sleep.
Borrow that.
night is strangely quiet. You guys
Can we level
reflect on
up?
everything. And yeah, not going to be coy about it. I will just say, let's see, where were we? When did you guys hit level 6? Was it after
Sleep music, bro.
you escaped Valaki?
No, level 6
No,
was the
tree.
winery. When we
Defense
saved the winery
The next
before
day.
we fought the big tree.
Alright. And then we fought the tree of all.
That one, right after Lick joined.
Yes, because I had to call lightning.
Okay. In the last 4 days, you all were able to stop the march of Winter Splinter. You were able to destroy most of the druids of Yester Hill, as well as the Golthius tree. You've acquired the holy symbol of Ravenkind from the Were Ravens. You saved the winery from destruction, at least for the moment. You have defeated the Vistani assassins. They came after you. You saved Arabelle and returned her. In a way, you also returned Blue as well, I suppose.
Dick Coffin.
You've met Casimir
That was
the Dust
pretty
Elf, who
close.
knows the location of the Amber Temple. You've had dinner with the Burgomaster. You've survived the fall of the Locky.
We don't know yet.
You have all well deserved your level 7.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so we'll go around and kind of say what we're preparing or thinking about.
Can I roll
I know
my
for-
hit die right now?
Oh, like for health? Yeah, go for it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys roll for that. Sure.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
Hey.
Very nice. Yeah.
I've been rolling really well.
So I know-
Seven.
So yeah, so I know. Nice. So I know for was it Sencha and Mike at least. You guys have maybe taken one more fireball or explosion than you're comfortable with, and you're like, never again. I've seen them now.
Evasion.
Evasion.
Never
Yes.
What about any of the rest of you?
Wait, so wait, are we seeing what we're all doing as like our level
Yep.
up overnight?
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Is Mike Fiercely Master?
Just take a moment.
I really need to
You
know.
can't Furious the Masturbate for every level up, Mike. You gotta mix it.
I mean,
Just try
sometimes
and
that's
stop
how
me.
any of us
This
get
is
to
gonna-
that level.
He's gonna dexterously
Disadvantage.
masturbate.
Plagued with flashbacks of seeing the fucking vampire like trying to sink its fangs into my neck, just up close, the most terrifying thing that's happened to me yet. I try fervently to communicate with my patron, Tessitera, and basically just spend all night poring over this scroll I have of like strange writing.
Okay, and I'll let you know what happens with that next time. Great.
Gonna meditate with just like eyes shut in, classic kind of like lotus thing going on, with just like my key kind of like going wild, so just shadows kind of dancing around me and just kind of like not even realizing that that's happening, just deep meditation, focusing on like the effectiveness of my key on other things because I hadn't really like needed to use it yet,
Mhm.
versus like to find out that it's better than my weapons for the most part.
Nice.
working, pop out my spell book and I'm working through my spell book periodically, both throughout the conversation and then also after the conversation kind of starts to die down. I'm still working. I go to bed fairly late. Spend most of the time with my nose in the book, just writing, scribbling away. I will say the idea of a door that Farden gave me made me think I'm taking Dimension Door and fly. So we have those now.
Nice. Farden, are you appealing to Torm?
I am.
Seeing your allies manipulated by the will
Yeah.
of Strahd.
I'm reading my book of Torm, and I'm definitely thinking about what happened with Mike, and like how he was acting strangely. And I was seeing like, is there something in Torm's book about this? And I eventually realized I read a passage of Torm and how like just like encompass your mind in the will of Torm, then the magical and demonic influence onto your mind and the mind of the people around you will have much less of an effect. And so now, me and people within 15 feet of me cannot be charmed.
Is it 10 or 15?
I think it might be 10.
Either way, it's
10.
fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wake up and you know, never again.
I'm just
Not as long as you're standing.
solidly thinking of Torm. Blocks all that.
Not as long as you're standing. Finally, anything?
sitting in a meditative pose, I unconsciously, due to my connection, turn basically to face Strahd, wherever he is, and I spend the night. I sleep, but I sleep upright with my eyes open, and I'm basically just like
Terrifying.
every entity, like every fiber of my being is spent just kind of like focusing on like this low burning rage within myself, kind of just like a continuous small blue flame inside of me, sparked by the Morning Lord.
Awesome. We'll definitely have words on that as well.
First question was, is there a mirror in here?
Yeah, we established there is.
Okay, there's two different things I'm doing. The first thing that I'm doing is standing outside where the cart was and kind of being like, and then like jumping,
Just
and, like trying to like put myself flat on the ground and like dodge and stuff. Like, try that again and like just do that over and over. Even though there's not actually a wagon out there, you guys all think I'm crazy.
And the horses are definitely just watching the whole time.
Yeah.
Across the water.
And then the other thing I'm doing is looking in the mirror and just kind of like standing like this. And, you talking to me? You talking to me? And this, yeah.
Is that for sneak attack? Or is that, that's your sneak
Oh, I
attack?
did get
That's your sneak attack
I forgot
upgrade?
about that.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was just doing that.
As an aside, if anyone wants cleaned up, including their equipment mended, I can do that for you.
Sure, we would have probably done that.
Yes, if anybody wants that.
I just got
You want to remain grubby, you can remain grubby.
Whilst I pray,
Yes.
I have my rapier laid out in front of me, and maybe there's like a glint of moonlight, if there's any moonlight out there glinting off of it. But I'm very much also, for the first time, going to attempt to pray or communicate in some way with the Morning Lord and demand a better weapon.
Better weapon?
Not just, and I'm not asking either, I'm demanding. I mean, I do have a little bit of an issue with my continued existence, so I'm not happy. Kind of like, the angry son still appreciates his dad, but wishes he could have gotten Alexis, not a fucking Ford Taurus.
I got you, yeah. And we'll anything that happens overnight, we'll talk about at some point.
Okay, cool.
We'll call it right there. Sweet. You guys are great.
Very nice.